Hello everybody and welcome back on this wonderful Thursday evening. I'm your host Theo, known as the Holy Juan. Today I'm joined by Gabriel and we have an exciting game day for you today. First, starting off, we have our Saints League of Legends varsity team taking on Western Kentucky University. That's going to be in NACE, and that one's starting at 7 p.m. so should be starting up shortly. And then at 8 p.m. we have a couple games with Fortnite Academy and Teamfight Tactics Academy. Two interesting games that have been getting more and more popular through time, and definitely going to be fun to watch today.
Yeah, for sure. So League of Legends starting at 7, so like really soon now. I think they should be starting in a few minutes for the draft. So that's going to be really interesting. They're playing on a new patch that just dropped yesterday. So it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt, see how the meta changed. If we're looking at kind of the more international stage, it doesn't seem like the meta changed all too much, but it could be a pretty big game changer for these guys, depending on what they prefer, because on the collegiate level, it's less centered around what the meta is, and it's kind of more centered around comfort picks. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't expect to see a Skarner, but you can kind of expect different champions to come out, right? So little things that I'd like to touch on is that the Smolder got nerfed pretty hard, which is nice because he was ludicrously strong. And then Senna also got nerfed, which was a champion that was in the meta for at least the higher stages. So we might see her kind of move out of the way, but your staple like mid laners, your staple top laners pretty much haven't been touched. The only other major thing that got touched was Maokai, but it was just a 1 second decrease to his W and some extra damage on his Q for the jungle. So it's kind of a bonus, but is it driving him out of support? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Still going to be very strong down in that bot lane, but I wonder if today we're going to see a more standard draft, or if we're going to see that double 80 carry come out in the bot lane, which has been growing in popularity. Just starting with the two Doran's Blaze and just fighting it out level 1, getting that priority has been interesting tactic in the pro scenes as of right now, and
yeah, for
it's
sure.
it's kind of growing on the scene. Why do you think that is?
Well, okay, so it all started with Keria. Keria kind of normalized the Halo Blades Ashe with Barrier a while back, and then people started to pick up on the fact that ADCs can actually be supports too. Seeing, for example, the Jhin ADC, or the Jhin support that came out when Heimer support was meta, which was a pure counter to Heimer support, and then over time you kind of just see this new meta now that's coming into play. Just yesterday we saw a Kalista Varus bot lane, T1 locked that one in, which was really interesting, and it played out super well. Like they dominated. Kalista got like 2 kills within the first few minutes, which is whack when you're the support. But at the end of the day, 2 supports, or 280 carries, one of which, okay, yeah, has less gold because they're not CSing. It's just twice the damage that's coming to your way, that's going to start hitting your front line, that's going to hit your back line, right? So it's more things and more threats. Granted, you also have the side effect of not being able to play those 1v9 junglers or those 1v9 top laners, right? You need those tanks to cover your extra DPSs, and you can't really take fights back to front, right? You can't just say, okay, well, we'll take out their back line and then deal with the tank later. You need to really just take them straight forward. So it does have a few weaknesses, but nowadays it's just so strong and so prevalent. We're seeing Kalista, we're seeing Ashe, we're seeing Ezreal being picked too, although Ezreal isn't so much used. So there are many picks that are just really available for the support lane now.
Yeah, without a doubt, that's going to be an exciting lane. I think Miracle might be playing today alongside Rockboom in that bot lane, so he's slotting into the team nicely, just brought up from the academy up to the varsity team. So that's going to be fun to watch. What do you think of our team so far? They've had a great start to their season and haven't even dropped a single match.
No, they haven't really dropped a match. They have been getting up to a lot of tomfoolery, which I love to see. Mainly when you're feeling confident going into a matchup, and we see this even in the pro scene, picking up and saying, okay, you know what, we won the last match. We know we're probably going to win based on how our opponent is playing, so let's practice some new things, right? Because if you practice those new things, when you get into those matches that are a lot harder, right, like those like in the finals and stuff like that, right? Once you have that practice against those teams that you said, okay, you know what, we're going to win this, and pick those weirder picks, when the picks that are meta are banned, now all of a sudden you can start playing those other picks that you've practiced against other teams. So it's really crucial to have that ability to be flexible and to not be afraid to practice new things, right? We're seeing this pretty much everywhere. And one of the factors that I love to see is actually how we have supports nowadays that, like, okay, for example, Rakan, right? Rakan is a champion. He's a support, but he's also an enchanter. He's an engage, but he's also an enchanter, right? Because he heals and everything. So his build paths are a little whack. But if you look at, for example, ADC supports, well, their build paths are usually going to be lethality, right? Because lethality is really meta right now. But the trick is, if lethality gets nerfed, are they still prevalent? Right, like, would the those ADC supports still be strong? And that's kind of the question that makes you build into, okay, so we have very diverse picks, but can they be eliminated quickly through one patch? Because if your pick just gets patched out in one day, well, I hate to break it to you, but you're kind of screwed now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much the summary.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. I mean, I think you're on the right track, but we'll go through the games one more time. Starting first game of the day, we're going to have the League of Legends match up against Western Kentucky University. That's going to be a good one. Then at 8 p.m. we have Fortnite and TFT Academy. So we're going to throw it to a very, 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 very quick break. But right after that, we're going to have a draft of Game 1 coming up. Welcome back, everybody. We are just about to get into Draft 1 between St. Clair College, a varsity team, and Western Kentucky University. It's Game 1 draft coming up right now. So let's see what the Saints are going to choose to do today.
Alrighty, well, starting off, I'm not too surprised. We're seeing the Senna and the Akshan already being banned out. Pretty standard bans. Akshan, not so much, but Senna for sure. The Fiora, just being a really annoying pick, will be banned out along with the Nico.
The Saints are on the right side, by the way.
Yep. And I have to say, it's kind of annoying, even as like somebody who has both POVs, to commentate with Nico, because even you get bamboozled. Like, Nico can fool everybody. So Sinzao, of course, being banned out makes sense here. Sinzao is actually a pretty strong jungler in the current meta. Smolder being banned out even after the nerfs. I don't know. I haven't played against him yet, so I can't really say for sure how strong he is right now. The Varus will be picked up, though. Kind of interesting. The Kalista as the counter pick with the Renata Glask. Glask Kalista, just a really strong combo in this current meta. I mean, Glask with her ultimate, with the passive that stops you from dying or, well, delays it. Kalista with her on hit, plus Renata with her on hit passive. So they just combo really well together. Plus Kalista can, with her ultimate, get up to some tomfoolery. The Nautilus going to be paired up with the Varus here.
Melee support, interrange support is not a good idea, but maybe they can prove me wrong.
To be fair, though, Renata Glask is pretty hard to engage on. Yeah. Because she has her Q, right? She's like the only range support that, like, if you have an engaged support, you can't really just say, all right, you know what, we hit level 2, we go in. Right? You kind of have to watch out because Glass can just throw you away. The Gragas is going to be picked up. Probably going to be going in the top lane for this one. Yeah. Relatively interesting. Gragas is really strong right now, mainly with that grass build, but he can also go full AP and still be relatively tanky, so he can fulfill just a lot of roles right now in the current meta. He can be flexed for the jungle too, and for support, and I mean technically mid, he is a really good flex pick, but the Silas will be picked up. Good ultimates, generally speaking. Varus ultimate, Nautilus ultimate, and Gragas ultimate. All great things to steal. In terms of the bans, though, the Yasuo will be banned out, along with the Poppy. Ooh. Okay, the Poppy makes sense. I don't really like going up against a Poppy, so I would understand why banning it. Plus, but Poppy's pretty strong. Yasuo, of course, you don't want that Gragas Wombo combo. And the Orianna 2 being banned out, again, just a terrifying Wombo combo. With that Gragas, you can pull them all in, and then Explosive Cast can blow them all away. The Olaf going to be denied. I'm not surprised. Ricky's Olaf is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So let's see what Ricky's gonna pick up on his top.
Oh my God, we're seeing Elise.
Elise, I think it might be a Renekton coming out on 5 for the Saints, but Elise picked up.
It is an Elise.
And that's an interesting pickup. Really looking to finish this game early with Kalista, Silas, Elise. Just don't really have too much scaling, but will have an insane early game. So definitely gonna look to play around those grubs. I think try and get those 6 grubs and just take the map over. Let's see what.
You know what Elise needs? Yeah. Elise is one of those champions that needs a Tiamat item, like so that she can have AoE on her auto attacks. But like for AP, of course. The Jace being picked up. Okay, Jace actually got a few buffs lately, I believe. So it's not surprising that he is back in the meta. I mean, he has a really strong early game because he's a shapeshifter, a really strong late game because of his ratios. So he's just generally good.
What?
Wait, Susan? Yeah, Aatrox. You want to pick the Aatrox, not Nasus. You're okay. Mordekaiser? I can see the Mordekaiser. Okay, you know what? That works. No, but like think about it, right? If he can just send like Kalista to the Shadow Realm or something, right? It's
like
not
if they lock in Renekton here, like Ricky will 1v9. He's gonna opt to go for the Cassante. Blind picking Mordekaiser is never a good idea, and Ricky having that counter pick.
See, here I want to see the Aatrox.
I don't think we'll see a Singe. There's no way we're gonna.
There's no way he's picking the Singe.
There is the Renekton.
You think maybe okay, lethality Renekton. And then he goes first item Serpent's Fang. Just to completely counter the Mordekaiser.
I don't think he'll even need that. I
I
think
mean, no, but
at
it would be
Eclipse,
goofy
Like, the Renekton is just so strong against Mordekaiser.
with the shield break and everything.
At least Renekton paired up against Gragas Mordekaiser 2v2, it's not even close. The Renekton at least will win 10 out of 10 times. So a pretty weak top side here for the side of Western Kentucky University Saints. Definitely going for the hard early game. They're going to need to be up 10k gold at 20 minutes to win this game. Otherwise, the side of Western Kentucky University are definitely going to outscale.
Yeah, they will outscale. The only thing that kind of surprises me is that they didn't swap the Gragas with the Mordekaiser. Because Mordekaiser jungle is still pretty viable. Like, granted, it's not optimal, but it's better than going up against Renekton. And
I mean, you're just going to get invaded by Elise if you go Mordekaiser, and you're just going to die.
yeah, but at least as a Juggernaut, Elise can't one-shot you as easily. And Elise has the same pathing since forever. She always goes to getting top. So, like, you can play against that and path bot, right? Try and save your bot lane from the inevitable doom that Renata Glask and Kalista will bring to you. But it is kind of a hard draft. They definitely got defeated draft-wise.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a question of seeing if they can make some magic workout or something along those lines. Because if you lose the draft, odds are you're probably going to lose game. So I don't know how they can recover from this.
I mean, Saints are already favorites going into this matchup, and I think with such a strong draft in that first game, they're definitely going to look to start out with the guns blazing. So let's see. We're not getting into game just yet, a couple more minutes, but draft-wise, what do you think the Saints will maybe make their focal point this game? Like, what are they going to play around to make sure they can finish this one as fast as possible?
So the focal point is probably going to be the Kalista. I mean, if you get the Kalista fed, what are you going to do? Nothing. Renekton is probably going to shut down the Mordekaiser really, really quickly just because of the shield break. And then after that, with a fed Renekton, your backline is basically invalidated. So they're probably going to want to rush. Probably going to try and either neutralize the Gragas or the mid laner. Who was the mid laner in the other team? I'm trying to remember. Jace. Yeah, Jace. Jace, really big damage, right? So Renekton is probably going to prioritize the Jace in those team fights, just to get rid of that damage. And then Glask Ultimate is going to take care of the Varus, right? Neutralize him for the amount of time that they need to realistically take out the front line that is Mordekaiser and Gragas. And then you're just going to have to hope that Mordekaiser isn't bringing the wrong person to the Shadow Realm. Once that happens, it's going to be really hard to play out those team fights because, yeah, okay, Mordekaiser isolates one person, but without Mordekaiser, you don't have a meat tank. Because, like, right now, Mordekaiser might be more valuable as just a wall that they're going to have to hit to get to the ADC. Because here, it's all going to rely on Varus and Jace to get all the damage dished out. Because Mordekaiser doesn't really deal damage unless you go full AP. Which, I mean, if you do that, you're not doing much. Because your whole point as a Juggernaut is to stay alive relatively long enough. If he goes for your standard, like, bruiser-ish build, you're going to have decent amount of tankiness, but again, he's not going to have enough damage to really be a damage source. So he's going to tank a little bit, then die, and then again, it goes back to the Varus and the Jace being that priority for damage, so they can just ignore the Mordekaiser and go straight for it, and then whoever gets sent to Brazil gets sent to Brazil. It is what it is. And then the other option that they have is, I mean, I guess you could play Moonstone. Is Moonstone Mordekaiser still a thing? The mathematically correct Mordekaiser?
Don't know.
I don't know. I really enjoy playing that, but it's actually effective. You'd be surprised. But
I played in the 2v2 arena game mode. So.
Okay, yeah, there you go. You know how strong it can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be really hard to play around those team fights. The other option is to play for picks, because Jace is really good in that neutral game at just throwing and making the enemy team play dodgeball, right? So if they can stall an all-in for as long as possible, there's also the possibility that they just wait, poke them down, and then get one of those essential picks. Like, if you take out Renata, that means that your Varus is allowed to basically free fire on the enemy team without any real threat to CC, assuming, of course, your Mordekaiser is in the front line, along with your Gragas, right? And then Gragas can also insect some people with the ultimate, try and get someone isolated. So you do have a lot of isolation possible, right, with the Mordekaiser ultimate plus the Gragas ultimate. So if you're able to isolate an opponent and get a pick, then that'll shift the tables in your favor. But if you're just taking the fight standard front to back, Saints are really, really, really favored in those fights.
Yeah, without a doubt, Saints will have a lot more DPS, but they also have the same pick potential on their side with the Renekton Elise. Like one Renekton W and a target just explodes. So it's going to be a game of which side can really find the picks early. But I think Saints are going to look for those early game fights. They're going to look to force everything possibly early. And I think if their opponents can maybe just give up those early 3 grubs or give up that early dragon and not flip the game there where they're already so much weaker just because of their champions, I think maybe it'll be an extended game. But if Saints can really bait them into those fights, then Saints are going to run away with it quickly, and the game is starting now.
Yeah, see, the only thing that I'm scared about is, yeah, they have better scaling, but they don't have anything that enables them to play safe, right? Because Elise basically says your turrets don't exist, so does Kalista. Because tower dives are the easiest thing ever with Kalista Elise, mainly after level 6. Because Elise, well, she has a built-in get-off-me tool for turrets, right? With her repel, and then Kalista with her ultimate means that Renata Glass can take aggro. So I see a scenario where you have Glass taking aggro, just laying down, like, let's say her ultimate, and then gets Kalista ulted, so no more aggro. Elise takes aggro. If she takes too much damage, she goes into the rafters, doesn't need to worry anymore. And then Kalista is free-firing for that entire duration of time, and that can be under your turret, right? So with Elise, you're gonna get ganked under your turret, and there's not much you can do about it. And oh my, those trades by Silas are insane. He's already down to half health. That is a level 1. Yikes.
Yeah, the refill potions gonna be bought up on that Jace alongside a longsword, where Bakery Boy opted to go for the Doran's Ring, so gonna be a little bit stronger in that early game. Hook comes through onto Miracle, and it's a nice little hook, but now they're gonna take a lot of poke here. Look how much damage the Kalista does in the early game. It's gonna be a pretty even trade, but Miracle gonna lose a lot of his HP. Rockboom playing dangerously up there. One more hook, and that could spell disaster. You definitely think that Torbert Johnson's gonna be looking for something down there. In the mid lane, it's going to be pretty passive for a little bit. Going to be needing a big mistake from either player to really get a solo kill, but the farm should be around even. I think the Saints are 100% going to set up for a dive here in this top. Ricky LaFleur is going to take a nice trade there, and Elise is opting to path up towards that top lane, as you said, and Gragas is going to go up for that bot lane. So let's see on which side of the map what team can really capitalize off their advantage as the gank comes in through mid here.
Ooh, yeah, gank coming in, possibly. There are no wards in that push. Jace will take the engage. Silas forced to flash away, will get hit by that keg, but not enough damage to get the kill, not even bringing him to half health. Jace taking a really, really unfavorable trade there. So yeah, Silas he's too far ahead in terms of just like damage in the early game, so you need to play back as Jace.
Yeah. It's just a pretty passive lane where it should be, but Bakery Boy's so good on that. Silas is going to pick up that huge wave, and it's going to be Jace not even using the teleport to get back, so missing so much XP there. And it's going to be Bakery Boy with a big advantage. As expected, there's the dive. The stun comes through for Matty. He is tanking up that turret. Ricky LaFleur is actually going to be the one tanking that one, but easy first blood here for the Saints. They're going to opt to go for the back, not go for the redive, as Ricky took a couple too many turret shots, but first blood for the Renekton as he looks to snowball his way in this game.
Yeah, so see, here, as we can usually see almost all the time, Elise always has that same clear, always will be diving top. That's like her thing. If you're playing top lane and you see that Elise is locked in by the opponent, you know that you're gonna get dove.
And there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do about it because she can go into the rafters and say, haha, if I don't see your turret, it can't see me. So yeah, from that standpoint, as a top laner, you just say, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna get pushed in. It is what it is. If you get pushed in, well, then you're getting dove. And if you don't, well, then you're just gonna get ganked and then dove. So there's no win situation from there unless you can somehow outplay it. But again, outplaying a dive is usually pretty hard to do. When it comes to Elise, you need a lot of CC, which isn't something Mordekaiser really has. But here, as we can see, the Dragon...
And again.
Ooh. Oh no.
Just wait for the W, then the Q, and it's textbook from the Saints here yet again. I like it was gonna go down. Now doesn't have the teleport, and as predicted, they are playing against this top side very, very strongly. That Mordekaiser blind pick is definitely something interesting, and especially with Renekton being up, it's just a very, very hard match to play. You could see down 600 gold in 5 minutes, and that's going to continue to grow in that top lane.
Yeah, once that happens...
Oh, Gragas is there.
Yeah, he is there, but I don't think he's going to do much. Renekton is actually proxying Mordekaiser's wave, but...
He's dead.
Maybe he makes it out.
Oh, he's 1v2ing them. He has the rage stacked up, but the EQ from Jace will come through, and that's going to be a bit greedy there for Ricky Lefeur. He will go down. The hook's going to come through here onto that Renata, but I don't know if that's the best hook to take. Rockboom now. Look how much damage he's doing on that Kalista. Couple more autos could take down the Varus. One more there. Won't be able to find it. Maddie on the flip side of the map will pick up the Gragas, who was a bit low from that 1v2 from Ricky Lefeur. Now it's going to be a bot lane dive probably coming through here from the Saints, as Saints have the health bars of Western Kentucky University so low. Rocco ran that Q, so that means the backup will come through from Varus, and Saints can look to push their advantage all over the map.
Yeah, here Jace no flash, and he's still level 5, his lane opponent level 6. I mean, it's not an ideal situation. The Elise is fed. This is the win condition here, is getting that Elise into that early game where she snowballs so hard, gets that Medjay. We can already see the Darksteel with 2 stacks.
Oh, he's dead again.
Engage, though. Can he get it? He gets the stun off. One last auto. There we go. Yeah. Just takes a little bit of damage from the turret, but lots of damage from that Renekton coming out. I mean, he's 2-1 now. He has a 20 CS lead. You can't really match that. Even in the bot lane, Kalista's almost doubling Varus's CS, which is terrifying. And Rockboom is really good at CSing, just as most ADCs are. But he's getting zoned off here. Yeah, we can see the dragon though.
It's at 2.2k, and Saints definitely want to fight this one. Let's see if Maddie can find the steal. It's going to be a 3v4 for a while, but now it's a 4v4. Bakery Boy going to land at that. I think they're going to wing to give the dragon over. They're going to find one. The dragon steal comes out from the Nautilus. He's going to be able to pick it up for his team. All the flashes come through, but Saints flash over the wall, and they're going to look to chase that one down. Varus going to go down here as well as triple kill for Rockboom. They almost got the dragon. Nautilus with that auto was able to take it for Western Kentucky University, but that's going to be a 4-0 for the side of the Saints, as Ricky Lefeur doing so well here in the top lane, force out the Mordekaiser ultimate and just pushing his advantage more and more.
Yeah, that Ocean Drake is actually huge because it gives extra health regeneration, right? So it's going to help those losing lanes just keep their health a little bit more topped off.
He's dove here.
Not by much, but yeah, here as Elise just going to take that dive, barely even taking turret aggro as the Nautilus just explodes. That's a tank, by the way. I mean, yeah, there isn't much they have left to do. 2 turret plates already in Kalista's pocket. And oh no, poor Varus. He can't even get to his tower. Oh, is he gonna get killed? Okay, I was gonna say, is he about to get killed by the support? He wasn't pulling the spears, but no, it didn't matter. He was just playing with his food. They're a little bit ahead. Just you know, 7k gold.
Yeah, I mean, this is going about as expected, honestly. Just the draft is so unplayable for Western Kentucky. They have no tempo anywhere around the map, and that Elise is just so much stronger than Gragas. Has the Medjay's now on the purchase. The Ricky Lefeur is going to look for that 1v1 in top lane, but the rest of the team's coming. He will go down here. He does see them on the wards, gets hit by the EQ from that Jace, but Jace wastes the slam. Let's see if Ricky Lefeur can get a W off here. Will he get the Q off for the kill? Yes, he will. One-shots the Gragas and will be able to make it out with his life alongside Maddie, who was there to help him out. Maddie gonna look for the 1v2 dive here onto this Mordekaiser, but gonna opt to back off there. And in the 2v3 situation, Ricky and Maddie able to outplay the 3v2 beautifully.
Jace here might actually fall. Maybe. I think Elise can actually take this dive. Possibly. But in the bot lane though, Renata Glass ultimate will come out, getting the Varus to deal a little bit of damage onto his Nautilus, but it doesn't matter too much because the Callista is DPSing on that Varus even more. Gonna deal so much damage, going to make that Nautilus fall too. In the jungle, though, Elise had a little bit of a running in with the Jace, and let's just say did not go on Elise's Jace's side here, as he's recalling, gonna get stunned and locked down as the Viper's bite will take him out. Yeah, the Wolves weren't there to save him.
No, they were not. Jace going down again. It's a 14-1 kill lead for the Saints. Drafting that early game draft and absolutely running over Western Kentucky University. Rockboom looking for that first tower on the bottom, as it looks like Ricky LaFleur in the top is just going to opt to proxy out the waves, wait for Maddie to come up there again and get another kill on that Mordekaiser. Maddie on 15 stacks now with Damage Eyes, so fed. Rockboom as well, 5-0-1 on this Callista. I'm pretty sure they just win the 3v2 here, as Varus is only level 5, but they're going to opt to back out.
He's just level 5?
He's only level 5. The level advantage is insane. Ricky LaFleur's up 2 levels here. He's going to get ulted by the Mordekaiser, however, but does have his ultimate. Will look for the trade here. Also has the Eclipse. As soon as his W comes up, he might find the solo kill here. There's the flash Q, W, E in, E out. Wow. Beautiful 1v1 as Rockboom picks up a kill bot lane on the Nautilus, and they're going to be diving this Varus again. Even with the turret up, the Q lands from Maddie. Bakery Boy follows up with the chains, and yet another kill for the Saints. Top lane turret falls, bot lane turret falls, as Saints completely decimate Western Kentucky University in this game 1.
1-17. We are 11 minutes into the game. That is a terrifying sight. The plus side here is that Western Kentucky does have 1 dragon, but I don't think that's going to save them. Wait, the Jace ultimate steal. I never understood how Sylas operates with Jace's ultimate. It's like, it's so whack how the interaction works. But one way or the other, it doesn't really matter too much because he will pick up that kill in the mid lane. But yeah, just looking at items here, Mordekaiser doesn't even, he was forced to rush steel caps. Gragas walks up.
Suicide for a grub.
Menacingly gets the grub and dies. And that was the story of Gragas. But yeah, Gragas doesn't even have his first item yet. He wants to get that Lichbane, I believe, for the damage. But oh, yeah, Varus is
level 6.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Renekton just needs to auto attack him. He doesn't even need to use ability.
Rampage.
He didn't even try. He was just like, yeah, okay, I get it. I'm dead. I'm just gonna hit the minions now. As yeah, Elise will take those last few Void Grubs. Now we're kind of stuck in this situation where they can't do anything. I mean, Western University has... okay, wait, the Jace has an item. Oh, hold on here. The Gragas engaged in mid lane. Nothing really lands, though. Like, at all. Callista 1, Callista 2. Jace is full of spikes. If she pulls those spears, maybe? They are bought low, though. Callista is pretty low right now. If she takes too much damage, Rockman...
Maddie, find the Q.
Maybe.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Spears get pulled. Elise gets a double kill, by the way. Where did that happen?
No, Miracle. Run, Miracle. Oh, go flash.
Oh my god. No way. Flashes on the wall. Oh. Okay, the hammer does find him, but it's fine. Rockboom gets his revenge as Ricky is taking a 1v2. And I'm not sure, but he seems like he's winning this one.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my god, that healing is insane. He will take a few turret shots, though. Wait. Q. There it is. Oh, he's healed?
Oh, he's dead.
Okay. Unfortunate, but you know what? I mean, it's a 1-for-1 or 2-for-1. How many people are dead?
It's 27 for 3, actually.
Yeah, I don't think it matters anymore.
It literally, like, this is just a complete decimation up. What is that? 13k gold in 13 minutes. I've literally never seen a number that big.
1k gold per minute.
That is crazy. From the side of the Saints, just gonna have to close this one out here pretty smoothly. They are dying here and there, but when you're up this many levels, this many items, it's really a hard game to throw away. I think they might wait for that Baron to come up, but they're definitely going to look for some ways to finish this one out sooner. The Renekton's going to be perma split pushing now on 2 items. Mordekaiser yet to even get his first item. So far ahead as Nautilus is going to get caught, and Elise being so far ahead will look for the one-shots. Rockboom going to steal that one away. He was also on 2 items. Up 2 items on their opponents. Just such big power spikes here from the Saints, and It's really going to be hard to stop them here.
Yeah, they can't really do much as... Oh, yep, Callista gonna stab a few spears into the Mordekaiser, looking like a porcupine right now. The Callista ultimate will bring back the Renata, gonna save her as Rockboom takes down the Jace, takes down the Varus. Elise rushes that Herald and will obtain it. And they're in such a bad situation right now. They have like 2 down and 2 DPSs down. They have nothing to defend against this Herald as, oh, hold on here, Nautilus going to flash over the wall, get the root onto the Renata glass. Rockboom here gonna kite his butt off as he takes out Nautilus though. Doesn't really matter too much. And Elise just, I mean, Elise thinks. Elise is ahead. When Elise is ahead, you can't do anything. Tier 2 turret will fall now. That's a lot of gold going to St. Clair. They engage on that. Not the best of decisions. Jace just going to spontaneously combust as this Elise deals so much damage. Rift Herald will be used on that second turret. The inhibitor soon to follow as, oh, never mind, Nautilus. You know, between the tier 3 turret and the inhibitor, you need a snack. Nautilus, a very good snack for that. Good appetizer, you know, for the...
What is the Rift
Hold on, the drifting on the Rift Herald.
Hey, Max Verstappen.
Maybe? Hold on. Callista kiting will actually get the kill onto the Mordekaiser. Such... Rockboom is so good on the Callista. Like, his kiting is phenomenal. As, oh, hold on here. The hook actually lands onto the Renekton. Decimus will be popped. Q, extreme healing.
He's not fine.
Keg will get the shut. Shutdown goes to Varus.
Doesn't matter.
No, but like, okay, look. There's always a comeback angle.
Nope.
It's
not
just
100%.
that angle might be a 360-degree angle.
I don't know, if a comeback comes here, it's literally the greatest comeback in all of esports, all of sports combined, like in general. This would be an insane comeback from Western Kentucky. They're down so much. They don't have even like...
Saints almost doubles their gold.
I don't know if Western Kentucky has done damage to a single turret this entire game even. The Saints have just had perma pressure,
like
and he wins this 1v2. There's no way that he dies here. Bakery Boy is doing such insane damage, just dodges out a note there, a hook, and now he's gonna walk back up as Rockboom's gonna go bot lane and one-shot that Mordekaiser, who just doesn't stand a chance against the super fed Callista. Look at how much damage Rockboom does. He's gonna pull those spears back and one shot at the opponent there. Gonna take down their second inhibitor here, and Saints gonna look to end the game here. Rockboom playing very confident here. Look how much damage he does. One shot at the Grag. It's gonna pick up the Jace as well. Looking for the pentakill here maybe. Looking to pick up that Nautilus who won't be able to get away. He will find that one as Maddie was able to pick up the Varus, and with all 5 members down, Saints gonna close this one out with a 41-4 scoreline in 17 minutes.
17 minutes. Might be more, might be more. Hold on. They're gonna dive the turret. I mean, Renekton got executed. Elise padding up the stats, gonna take out the Mordekaiser. And then the Nexus falls at exactly 17 minutes and 21 seconds.
Yeah.
That is hella fast.
Absolutely.
Have we seen a game go that fast?
No.
17-minute game. Like, by the time my games get at 17 minutes, I have 2 items, depending on how the lane's going, and maybe I've taken tier 1 turret, you know, depending, of course, if I'm playing like down bot side or top side. Maybe we have like two dragons at 17 minutes. Maybe. Yeah, maybe 2 dragons. These guys have the Nexus at 17 minutes. That is insane. I mean, it goes to show how well they play and how well they synchronize themselves, and just how much they're able to capitalize on their opponent's mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, that was an absolute smashing of a performance from the Saints. Insane scoreline and just great team play all around. They played the game perfectly. They dove top, they re-dove top, they went top again.
Mordekaiser wasn't playing.
Renekton is 1v5 if he wants to. Then Rockboom gets a couple of kills. Bakery Boy didn't have many kills in the early game, but just found assists here and there, picked up the good CS, got so fed. Maddie on that, at least obviously making all the plays happen. And Saints very happily going to take a 1-0 lead in the series. We're going to go to a very quick break, but we'll be right back with Draft of Game 2. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. We're about to head into draft 2. Our St. Clair Saints varsity team is taking on Western Kentucky University in this League of Legends match. Game 1 was a bit of a dominant performance from the Saints. They finished it off in 17 minutes with a 41-4 scoreline. An absolute dominant performance. What do you want to see from them in the second game?
I want to see a Sona, but it's probably not going to happen. So we're probably going to be seeing some more flavorful picks. The Fiora being banned out, the Senna being banned out too. Okay, you know what? Same bans as last time. That makes sense.
For the Saints, for sure. I think...
No, they banned Fiora last time too.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, for the Saints, it's going to be the same. But for Western Kentucky, I think they should switch something up. Maybe ban out the Elise or Renekton or something. But they did ban the Action last time, and they did ban the Senna.
They're still on the same thing. But if they go up against the same thing
it's gonna be the same
thing, it's going to be the same story. So they need to develop something. Like the other option is to pick what the Saints picked, right? Pick the Elise, pick the Renekton, pick the well, I mean, okay, maybe not Renekton. Renekton can be countered a little bit. But you know, maybe pick the Callista Renata. There's a lot of pick potential here as we look into their next ban. We might see a Callista ban. Callista is really strong right now.
Yeah.
The other option, I mean, they might reserve it for Elise.
They have no idea, I think.
Or in Italy. Yeah, okay, there goes the Elise.
And Elise is like not really a champ you want to be banning.
No, you don't want to have to ban Elise.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if it has such a dominant performance,
we might just see Nidalee.
Well, yeah, then you just see Nidalee, and it's the same story.
Trundle first pick.
Just she doesn't go up into the rafters. She
just kills you.
She hits you with one spear, and you're dead.
Yeah.
All right, the Trundle being picked up. Interesting. Rel can be flex support or jungle.
Yeah.
I think it might be an answer to the Trundle jungle, though. So that could possibly be a Rel jungle. What is that going to be paired up with, though? That's kind of my question. We might see... Into a Trundle, you might want to see something that has a good amount of damage. An Airy definitely is something you can pick up.
Can kite the Trundle easily.
For sure, with those ultimate dashes, the Morgana being picked up as support probably, although it might be mid. It could be mid or jungle, but then you're probably not going to be playing Trundle top, would you? Yeah, you could.
Not blind.
Not blind though, no.
That would be
if you
not
pick
fun.
Trundle blind, you're going to pick up something that you do not want to eat for breakfast, this lunch or supper. Silas is going to be picked up though, okay? So this time they don't want to deal with the Silas, so they're going to pick it. You know what? Fair enough.
But they already have Ari. So, you know.
I mean, wait, what ultimates does he steal?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like Ari? Ultimate?
Ari gives him more dashes, okay. Rel isn't half bad, but like, it's not really... Oh, the Samira coming out. Your favorite champion.
My one trick. Yeah.
Spin bot.
Yeah. That's all I need. Press a few buttons. Someone dies. Someone doesn't die, then I die.
Turn myself. Revert to Beyblade. Let others die.
Basically.
That is literally Samira gameplay. Just revert to Beyblade.
And when you kill a lot of them, it's exciting. And when you die a lot, it's not very exciting. So hopefully, for the sake of the Saints, it's an exciting game. They're gonna ban out that Varus on a 4-pick. Pretty strong champ to Samira. But let's see what Western Kentucky University are gonna play here. I don't think they were expecting a Samira pick, honestly. Not the best champion right now, and you know, definitely champs are better, like the Callista that we spoke about.
For sure, yeah.
Probably better here, but Saints maybe flexing their muscles a little bit. Let's see what they decide to ban out for the last ban. It's gonna be a Mordekaiser. They were definitely scared of it.
I mean, the Mordekaiser isn't a threat though, because there's a Rel. That shield just gone.
I couldn't tell you why they banned it, honestly.
The Poppy ban makes sense. Camille?
Jax. AP Jax. AP Gangplank.
AP Gangplank. Okay, let's not push it.
Maybe...
Okay, they're just cycling through everything.
I would actually like to see Jarvan.
G4?
Yeah.
Graves top?
No.
Graves jungle?
It's Graves jungle. I don't know. Oh, it's
Gragas.
Could be top or
Could be top, yeah. Could be top. Here on this 4-5 pick, they have to pick their bot lane. Well, okay. They have to pick their pick top and bot, or because it depends where everything is flexed, right?
They need an ADC.
Yeah, they need an ADC though, that's for sure.
And that's jungle.
Sejuani, okay.
Trundle top.
So it is Trundle top.
Blind.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So who's the ADC? I mean, into this team composition, you probably want something that doesn't
Caitlyn?
die. A Caitlyn could work, yeah. A Caitlyn could work. A Jhin, I'd love to see a Jhin.
Jin's a bit harder, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, he can one-shot the Aerie pretty easily. Wait, whoa, hold on, guys. Where's our range?
I mean, into Samira, you can play Darius ADC. Like, you can do it, because Samira is so short range, realistically, that before level 6, she's not a big threat from range. Like, yeah, she's going to auto the Darius a couple times here and there, but it's honestly not the craziest pick I've ever seen, and Saint's definitely going to be shooken up by that one. Let's see what they decide to pick on 5. It's going to be that Jack, so Gragas is going to be in the jungle. Extra CC for that Samir to go off. I would have loved to see a Yasuo top coming out from Ricky, one of his signature champs, but that won't be the case, and it might...
Wait, it's a Trundle support Sejuani ADC? What? No, Trundle ADC, Sejuani support... Wait,
no,
okay.
I don't know if
It's a Trundle ADC.
It could be.
Morgana support... Okay. We'll let him cook. They're thinking of something.
I don't know what...
Well, I mean, Trundle does build attack speed. It's like a Tryndamere, right? But, like, without the ultimate that makes Tryndamere. So... Where's your damage? Because, like, okay, Silas has damage. Morgana deals damage decently enough. Trundle deals a lot of damage if you're up close to him.
He's going to get CC'd forever.
Yeah, he's going to get CC'd to eternity. Darius is Darius. He can be kited. Samir, and, like, if you look at the team composition, right, you have a Jax in the top lane, so most auto attackers are kind of nullified by helicopter. And then, I mean, you've got the Gragas with the super ultimate, basically. You've got the Aerie, which is just going to kite everything and anything within their vicinity. Samira, who just needs an engage, so, well, I don't know, a Gragas keg.
The whole team.
And then spin bots her way to victory. And, well, the Rel is going to make sure that everybody's grouped up with that ultimate, right? So, what do they do?
I want to see. I want to see what they're going to... Because, in all honesty, after last game, I think they might be a little mentally broken up. They're definitely not feeling good about themselves. But if they can somehow pull off a miracle here and really nullify that bot lane, I mean, Darius top lane into that Jax, not the worst matchup ever. So if that's
playable, yeah.
It's playable if you leave that in isolation. If they're evenly matched, it shouldn't be too big of an advantage. But Ricky, definitely a strong top laner, going to look to take advantage in the 1v1s. And then in the jungle, it's Sejuani paired up with 2 melee topside laners. So alongside with her passive there, it's going to be very strong combos coming out there.
Yeah.
So in the 2v2s, Sejuani Darius can just find one target, isolate that target, and kill them. Could look for those resets, could look to play the game that way.
Playable, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be... That's the only way to victory for them, I think. If that doesn't happen, the Saints are probably going to run away with this one again.
The only other option that I see is that, like, Samira isn't the best against tanks.
No.
Right? Like, she can't really shred those tanks like a Jinx can or like a Zeri can.
Yeah.
So, like, there's also the possibility that they just build full tank to negate the Samira, but then you have no damage to take out the Samira
or the rest
of the team. And if you go full tank, then the Aerie's just going to snap you in half because AP damage and true damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be hard to kind of adapt to their opponent here. It's hard to find an advantage that they have, right? If they don't really have the scaling win because Samira scales pretty hard.
Yeah.
I guess... No, not even the early game because Samira's early game is relatively strong too.
Yeah, I mean, they have no ADC. That's the problem, really, for the side of Western.
What do they have?
I mean, Trundle can take turrets. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, okay.
Trundle
so
does one-shot turrets, but then he used to get in range of hitting that turret. And I think if he walks up a little bit too far, just one time, he gets CC chained, he dies, and then it's just a downhill battle. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a very hard draft for them to play. But if they can pull it off, maybe I think. It's actually possible. I think it's even as crazy as it sounds, this might be a better draft than they had last game compared to the other team.
I guess, yeah, because you don't have any direct counter picks. Like it's not like they're playing, Mordekaiser into Renekton. Like that's a losing matchup. Period.
Yeah, you can't.
You don't win those. Like any day of the week doesn't matter. At least they don't have lanes that specifically lose due to matchup. But their team composition, their team synergy, the way that it's going to play together, they don't have damage.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no damage. Like, it's cool that you have utility, but that utility at the end of the day isn't enough CC to kill someone, right? You need, like, the best form of CC is death. If you killed someone, they are CC'd permanently for whatever timer that they're on, right? So you can get as many stuns or slows or snares on someone as you want. At the end of the day, they're not dead. And if you don't have the damage to follow up on those stuns, on those snares, you're not doing anything, right? You're just throwing abilities for nothing. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Yeah, it's hard to give a winning angle for Kentucky here. They really don't have any advantages.
Minions have spawned.
How could they play this? I mean, I guess they have to play around bot lane, maybe?
Yeah.
If they play around bot lane, right? If Sejuani paths top to bot, or even just does one bot quadrant and then ganks bot lane, like, that's a possibility. They could do that. And then from there...
That's the spot.
From there, what do you do? Okay, yeah, you gank bot, then you clear your top, go for... Oh, hold on here. There's a big engage in the bot lane already. Samira will get exhausted, but that Morgana is taking so much damage. Fully stacked lethal tempo on the Trundle. Will be getting first blood on the Samira. Okay, let them cook. They've got a plan.
I mean, that's exactly how you would play that one. At level 1, Rockboom just blindly walking into that one will fall. All 4 summers used from the bottom of Western Kentucky, and Ricky Leper almost dying level 1 to the Darius up in the top lane. Let's see who hits level 2 here. Off that minion, won't be able to get it as level 2 is hit on Darius first. Is he gonna look for the flash? He doesn't have any summoners actually. Have to level 1. Oh, he based both of those out beautifully.
Oh, no.
He's gonna get level 2 from this one minion. The E's gonna kill that minion. No, the level up doesn't actually come through, so the kill won't be picked up, but Maddie is gonna walk up here, and this Darius is for sure dead. A nice gank for Maddie, and he'll give the kill over to Ricky first. They get a kill back in topside.
Yeah, Ricky getting that kill puts him to an advantage. Maddie doesn't really need it. Like, he's jungle, right? So he can just kind of get other lanes ahead, whereas Jax, you really want to get that lead early on in the lane so that you can then snowball it. So that's probably going to turn into either like a Spellblade or something like that. Similar. Ooh. Silas going to engage onto Airy, but that is not a winning matchup. That Electrocute hurts so much. Plus the true damage on that Q, which is really annoying to deal with. As, ooh, hold on here in the bot lane. The root will land on to Rel. Rel taking so much damage right now. Will be popped, and ooh, Trundle gets that kill. Okay, you know what? This is a 2-0 Trundle. Hold on, the fight continues. Samira getting stunned. Will actually take a good chunk of damage, brought down to half health.
Oh, Sejuani's still here.
Yeah, she is still here. Glacial Floor will be slowing her down, but does she think there's an angle? Oh, well,
Yeah,
Gragas is coming over. There is an angle to fight here, as Samira is fully stacked on her passive thingy. Gragas will pick up the Morgana and the Sejuani. Only the Trundle left. That is a fully stacked lethal tempo, though, so he's going to have to watch out. The belly slam going to deal a lot of damage here as Gragas gets a triple kill, and that's game.
I mean, Rockboom didn't get any kills playing that one pretty poorly, to say the least.
But he did get
some assists, and Maddie ended up with all the kills. I think if Rockboom just waits a little bit, instead of going in 1v2, there could have picked up some final kills. Obviously on that Samira, you want those kills so badly. But the fact that Maddie was able to pick up 3 there, and Ricky Lefer also got a solo kill on that Darius in that top lane. Just look at the items. It's boots and a Doran's Blade compared to a longsword, a Ruby Crystal. Like, it's going to be a very rough lane now in this top lane for this Darius. So Saints, yet again, coming out ahead in the very early game.
Yeah, that Dark Seal already with 6 stacks on the Gragas is not a pretty sight if you are Kentucky here. Just, wow. Yeah, and they're getting zoned off. That bot lane cannot play. Samira is 0-2 right now. She has her serrated Dirk, and that's all she needs. She's ahead in CS2, so it's kind of looking like a suboptimal scenario here. But if you guys are interested in the other streams that are going on right now, make sure to type !streams in the chat so that you can see everything, granted without commentary, but you will be seeing all the other streams and the links to those so that you can access them. We have TFT and we have Fortnite going on right now in the other streams, along with, of course, League of Legends, just without our voice. So, inside of League of Legends, though, let us continue. It is 4-5. Saints do have a gold lead of 1,000 gold lead. But here Trundle gets stunned, will be practically one shot. The Samira taking that kill, and you were talking about how Samira needs kills. Well, so it begins.
And that's going to be a kill coming out for them. But in the mid lane, Bakery Boy doing so much damage on that Ahri. The Void Grubs are all going to be taken by Western Kentucky University. And the gang's going to come back to mid. Bakery Boy going to flash that flash chains and going to be able to survive. Ricky LaFleur in the top lane going for the 1v1 here, but the ghost coming out from this Darius forces out the flash from Ricky LaFleur. Great play from there as Rock Boom and Miracle get the dive onto Tarbert Johnson. Ricky LaFleur going to look for the soul kill onto Darius and going to find the stun W there. Imagine if he had a real weapon. Jack's going to be 3-1 up in that top, and the Saints are looking like themselves again, and they're up 3k gold.
Yeah, 4-8, not a good situation for Western Kentucky University here. Recovery angles will be the objectives. If they can play around objectives and obtain them, probably try and steal them. They could possibly get later on into the game, maybe like Warden Mail actually being picked up instantly by Sejuani might translate into, I think, a Frozen Heart? Even a Frozen Heart isn't really worth it here, so it could be a Randuin's, but Randuin's isn't going to be worth much. I don't even know what that's going to translate into.
Yeah, I mean, Randuin's doesn't look that good here either. I don't know why the Warden's Mail, honestly, it could be Frozen Heart.
Like, the damage reduction is good. Don't get me wrong. Warden's Mail, the item, is good.
Yeah.
The problem is
here it's not good.
You need health to make it work, because it works off bonus health. So right now, the damage reduction that Warden Mail gives is just the armor that the item has, right? So right now, it's not really efficient in terms of gold, right? It's not net positive.
They're diving bot again.
Ooh, yep, they're gonna dive bot again.
Black shields. Oh, they're gonna kill the Morgue.
Rampage.
Looks like it. Yep, 1-2. Braga's gonna pick up one, Samira picks up the other. Both Trundle and Morgana going to fall. Yikes. That is not a good situation. What kind of angle do you think that they go for to recover?
Not this angle, as they're gonna look for yet a couple more kills here. Rock Boom doesn't decide to Ian just yet, and all 5 members from Western Kentucky are here. Flash comes out from Rock Boom, and then the Forge God tries to go for a flash of his own on that. Darius says he's completely given up on that top lane, and Miracle is gonna pick up the kill onto Treyway Hala. The Saints are just stomping Western Kentucky University. Ricky LaFleur yet again dominating the top lane, up 20 CS, just taking so many waves. Gonna be up at least a level here, and the Forge God went ball lane for the roam, didn't find anything, and puts himself in such a bad spot.
Yeah, those tower plates are worth a lot of gold, as I think that will translate into a Triforce very, very soon for that Jax. Maddie already has the his first item. Like, that is terrifying. Lich Bane is not to be scoffed at on a Gragas. Other point to keep an eye on is Samira. She already has the Collector. That is terrifying, because Samira with Collector, I mean, once that first item comes in, she starts dealing a little bit too much damage for comfort. Ezreal here kind of getting picked off, but not really. She doesn't get stunned, but she will take a little bit of damage. Sidesteps that Q beautifully. Wow.
The charm misses there from Bakery Boys. The 1v1 top comes out again. Ricky LaFleur gonna find a solo kill. Now he's just beating him with his wallet, as Morgana will fall down that ball lane. They are looking for the dive yet again, and they're gonna find it yet again. Maddie gonna pick up a couple kills for himself there again. Will have 10 stacks on that Dark Seal. Surely gonna purchase that Magi's yet again, and as you said, with those item advantages, the Saints are just going to run over Western Kentucky University, and they're looking to do so here. They're up 60 gold. They're looking to dive this Silas. He wasted his chains. He wasted his E. The belly flop will come out from Maddie. The follow through won't be there for Bakery Boy. So much damage done there, but a nice little black shield there to maybe mitigate a bit of that, as Saints going to look for a reset, but they're up 7k gold in just 10 minutes.
Yeah, as Sejuani even going to pick up that scuttle there, trying to mitigate the damage. Silas going to TP in, lock down that Airy, going to get the shutdown. That's 400 gold, I believe, going straight to him. So good amount of gold as, ooh, Ricky here. Going for the TP, not going to be punished by it, actually going to punish the Darius because he's a little bit too close. Lots of damage brought down to 10% health. Doesn't matter, that's 0% health now, as both the Morgana and the Sejuani will wrap up the kill though. 450 gold going straight to Sejuani.
That kill is nice for Western Kentucky, but half of their kills are on their Sejuani. That's not what you want to see, obviously. And Ricky's still going to be infinitely ahead up in that top lane. The Darius fell down there again. Rockboom gonna look for a dive, and he's gonna actually die to that Trundle, as we're gonna go over to the multi-stream. Saints are doing very, very good in the League of Legends game, but let's talk about the other games. In bottom left corner, we have Teamfight Tactics, and that's Nakuteiken's POV. You can see he's lost streaking through the early game. Gonna go probably for the 5 loss streak, try and get that econ going early, and then look to set himself up for a stronger mid to late game. And in the top left corner, we have ECAC Fortnite duos with K1 plays. So exclamation mark streams to check that out in the chat. Saints gonna get another kill though in this League of Legends game. Maddie's gonna be godlike now, 7-0, picks up that Magi's, and yet again looks to stack that one up.
Yeah, I mean, the Samira 6-3, Airy is 0-1-1. That's not too bad, as, oh, hold on here, Darius getting just one shot.
Legendary.
Oh, and the Silas too, just as a side note. Silas exploding too. But yeah, sorry, back to the scores here. We have a 6-2-0 Jax, an 8-0-4 Gragas, an Airy who's 0-1-2, a Samira who's 3-3-6, and a Rel who's 1-1-7. Yeah, that is a scoreline that makes me envious, honestly. I wish I could do that well. Like, okay, hold on. There's a fight here going on, though. Samira gonna try and get her ultimate stacks all the way up. She is spinning and she is botting, but doesn't really matter. Trundle gonna pick up that kill. Does Frozen Heart affect Samira's...
No.
No?
Not useful.
Not when she spins?
No.
Okay,
but
well,
a pillar completely cancels her ult, and it did there. It was the reason kind of Rockboom just fell down. Kind of has to wait out for those CC cooldowns to come out as a dive. Will come through bot here. The double bomb buff from Ricky and Maddie, as they're gonna pick up one kill. Bakery Boy gonna find that one, but Ricky Leper gonna fall on the other side, and this is a good fight for the side of Western Kentucky. This Trundle's on 1 HP. We'll go over to the Ahri, and the Saints easily gonna clean this one up, as Maddie just refusing to fall down.
Yeah, well, hold on here. Ping is skill, almost making it out alive, but Airy gonna pick up that one. Bigger Boy just so skilled on Airy. I mean, we don't see him playing Airy all that much though. Like, surprisingly, he doesn't play it that much. Although she isn't really in the meta, like, or that prevalent in the meta. Like, she's there, but she's not as there as she usually would be. Hold on here. Miracle gets picked up by the Darius through the wall, but I don't think that was what he wanted, as he's going to get picked up by the Samira. Rockboom just tearing through everyone.
I mean, Western Kentucky just have no way of defending these turrets, and a beautiful flash charm from Bakery Boy will lead to another kill for Rockboom. He's gonna maybe look to redive this. He does have 3 stacks on his ultimate. Looks like he is gonna go in there. Gonna try and find something there as Maddie gets caught in the jungle. Has a huge shutdown on his head. Let's see if Western Kentucky can pick him up here. He does have the belly flop in just a second, but that's gonna be 1,000 gold. Unfortunately, going over to that Sejuani, however, so it's gonna be a follow through here for Ricky Leper, and they're gonna pick up these 2 kills. Rockboom now gonna be 7-4, and they're gonna look to dive this turret. I don't think Western Kentucky can afford to walk up here, as Ricky finding the stun yet again. Where's Rockboom on the follow-up? Gonna find one with an E reset, not gonna go for the second one, but will pick up a triple kill there as the Saints get an ace, and they're now up 13k gold.
Wait, isn't that like borderline game? they have the tower going down. There's a wave on its way.
Turret has been destroyed.
Okay, maybe not.
Rockman's dead.
Shut down.
Maybe? Nope. Okay, never mind. That Trundle hurts. That Trundle hurts a lot.
Yep.
Like, he has Ravenous Hydra and a Phage. And with just that, he hurts that much. Like, I don't know, I'm surprised he deals that much damage.
Yeah, and the engage is going to come through here. Maddie's going to pick up the Sejuani, but he will fall for it. So yet again, getting shut down and losing those Magi stacks. Maddie going to be unhappy with that. And Western Kentucky kind of trying to make their way back into this game. They're going to pick up the first dragon of the game for themselves. The Saints kind of making some int plays here, but now the Rock moves on 2 items. I think this is at the strongest they're going to be so far. Baker as well has a couple of items, and he's going to be strong. Ricky LaFleur has 2 items as well. He's going to go into the enemy team 1v4, just pick up that Silas. Morgana forced to flash out as Ricky LaFleur gets pillared, but going to pick up a very nice pick for himself there.
Yep, here Kentucky is pretty much on damage mitigation, getting that dragon, but there's nothing else they can really do. The Rift Herald is going to be going straight to St. Clair, as we can see. Maddie just pathing over there. Trundle just trying to get as much CS as he can, but that Jax is just looking for the inhibitor, probably just gonna auto it down as, oh, hold on here. Ricky gets engaged on, but it's gonna ward jump away from the Silas. They're still duking it out though in that bot lane. Gotta watch out how it's going. The Rift Herald will be taken by Maddie, and that's going to be one objective in the Saints' pockets. Sejuani gonna pick up the Jax. That is a 6, 6, and 5 Sejuani, ladies and gentlemen. It's not really all that terrifying.
No, it's not too terrifying. It is pretty tanky though, and now it is going to be that Trundle on 2 items, so kind of trying to match up here with the Saints, but Rockboom picking up the last Whisper. I don't know how good of an engage this is from the side of Western Kentucky, as Rockboom's gonna dash in, dash out off the reset, pick up the double kill, and he's just a little bit too far ahead now to just be getting engaged on like that. This Darius 0-9 yet to pick up an item. Rockboom just shreds his health bar, and then off the reset gets an extra stack for his ultimate, and gonna get the tower in mid here, but looking for a 1v1 here. This Silas is not too far behind, but down 2 items and 2 levels and an item. It's gonna take so much poke from that Ahri. We'll have to fully back up. Rockboom gonna come here to collect the wave, but they're gonna look for this tier 3 top. They're just looking to take every single tier 3 turret and just take over the map.
Yeah, the tier 3 in the mid lane is going to fall very, very soon. The Rel stun misses though. She will get the engage onto the Darius, but the Darius is basically worthless at this point, as he will get picked up by the Gragas. Gragas getting a double kill. Maddie going to pick up a few more. Spinbot tries to go around, but the Glacial Prison will stop that from happening as Morgana picks up the Samira, and Ricky here just going to live in a 2v... almost live in a 2v1. But oh no, Silas, I'm sorry, my boy. You just got one shot.
Don't do it, Trundle.
Wait, maybe? Nah, okay. Trundle has he thought twice about taking action, and on that second time he said maybe it's best if I don't and just go pick up that wave.
And you could definitely see the impact of Trundle here, like just getting so much value in these team fights, considering the fact that Saints are so short ranged. If he's just able to get on top of Rockboom and auto him to death, that's the recipe for the victory here for Western Kentucky. But unfortunately for them, the rest of the team is simply just too far behind. They're down still 13k gold, manageable for these last 10 minutes, but it's going to be an engage on Bakery Boy, who does have Ahri ultimate. The flash is also going to come out from the Sejuani, who's just going to die, and Rockboom finds a reset, should be able to pick up the kill into Trundle here, have HP, but will find 2. The flash charm is there, but Rockboom gets rooted up, will go to down to 1 HP from Morgana, but that's going to be another kill going out for the side of the Saints. 3-4-0, they're going to look to take this middle inhibitor, then probably move their way down to the bottom inhibitor, and then this Baron spawns up, they might look for that as well.
Yeah, those inhibitor definitely looking like a snack. The Samira on 3 items with that Infinity Edge and Lord Dominic's Regard. Maybe they don't even need to bother with the Baron, as they're tearing up trying to tear up those Nexus turrets, but they just don't have the wave for it. Instead, they're going to opt to take out the Darius once again, making that Samira 14 and 6 with 12 assists on the board as a huge engage goes through here. Rel going to get an airborne on 3 people. Eri going to pick up the Sejuani. Gragas picks up the Morgana. Samira picking up 2 with that spin bot, and Trundle, the only one getting a kill back, getting that Samira on his way to his death, and that will spell the end of this game as the first Nexus turret will start going down, so will the second, and I think very, very soon, oh, they might dive the fountain.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's looking like the end of the game. Nexus is at half HP, but they're gonna look for a charm here. Gonna dive the base, and Rickula is gonna go down. I don't think they're gonna end here, honestly.
They're not ending?
They're gonna get run down here, but I think it's just a matter of time. As soon as Rockboom comes back here with the 3 items, he's gonna look to do a lot of damage. Another kill for the Silas, and you know, Western Kentucky might go for a Baron play here, but I'm pretty sure Rockboom can just take on the team. Oh my goodness!
Oh my god, that damage!
Almost one-shot the Silas there, but just too many members for the side of Western Kentucky. He's gonna be able to find one, almost picks up the Sejuani, but Rockboom is sprinting his way over to this team fight. Just needs to hit 1 E here, and he will one-shot the rest of the team. Let's see if he can find the Q. There's one. The W misses for Rockboom. He's not gonna find the second, but he's gonna just run his way into this base. Basically, this is how you play Samira. When you're super far ahead, you always look for the 1v5s, and that's what we're gonna see from Rockboom here. Definitely feeling himself. Let's see how the enemy team decides to play this. They have to go at him, and Bakery Boy alongside Rockboom here are gonna be just unstoppable. The Nexus should fall in just a second, but Rockboom gonna take a lot of damage from the Trundle, and is definitely gonna go down here. I don't know how that even happened.
You did say he was looking for a 1v5, and last time I checked, 1 versus 5 wins.
Usually 5 wins, and that's why he's dead.
See, this is the problem with Samira sometimes.
Always, not sometimes.
It's like, yo, I'm fed. I'm gonna go up against the entire enemy team now.
Yeah.
Why?
And then die.
It's counterproductive. Just play with the team. I guess sometimes it just makes you feel like you are the team, and then you get a dose of reality when you get one shot by the entire enemy team.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Sounds about right, and I think the Saints should look for a Baron, but I think they're gonna look to end the game. They're gonna take this Rift Scuttle and see if they... I don't think they can...
Nope, they are starting it.
Can they just duel this Baron? I think Rockboom is making his way over towards down as well, so... Will be a free Baron. They do have a couple inhibitors down and up 10k gold with an open Nexus. They will just run this one down and end the game. I think in the next few minutes, it's going to be all Shield for Western Kentucky University.
Yeah, Ricky here going to pick up... Oh, I thought he was going for the Raptors. Never mind, he's just going to push in that mid-wave here as the Baron will be taken, smited by Maddie. I don't even think they're going to bother with the Dragon. They're just going to end here.
No, they're not.
They have a wave in the mid lane. Oh, hold on here. Ricky getting picked out. Lands the 3-man stun though. Rel going to land that AoE pull. 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kills going to the spin bot as Samira deals so much damage right now. Maybe? Oh, no, okay. Maddie just denied the penta. There will not be a penta today.
Nope.
Trundle forced to run away. He is healing a lot though. Holy. That's a lot of healing. They're just dancing in the fountain. No. Oh, yeah. There goes the Nexus. 1, 2, 3. And that will be game
2.
St. Clair 2-0.
Yeah. Very dominant performance from them, and both those games just looked a lot stronger. I think winning the draft exponentially both times, it was a huge part of that, but also great individual and team play from all 5 members led to that victory. But that's not all we have today. We still have Fortnite and TFT underway. Exclamation mark streams in the chat for only the POV of certain games. But Nakuteiken in the bottom left corner getting off to a slow start in his TFT game. We saw him 5-sacking the first stage, but now has a very strong board with these 3-star units. Gonna win this round as well, and gonna look to put himself on a bit of a winning streak. As in the top left corner we got Fortnite, and I think like 50 players left, so doing pretty well for themselves there as well.
Yeah,
35 players.
Yeah, 35. So, wow. How can you read that from that far? Holy smokes, I can barely read it. I need to bring glasses. As they seem, what is this loadout? I think I see a Scar, sniper rifle, and what is that last weapon?
Shotgun, if I had to guess.
Probably a shotgun. Shotguns do tend to be meta when it comes to Fortnite, except for that one time where SMGs were hella meta. Playing around the bushes here, just kind of trying to get that agency, building a little bit, but not really playing around it. Are those knives? Grapple hook and a knife? I think that's what they're in the 4th slot. Yeah, that's what they have. Okay, a grapple hook and a knife. I don't know. I haven't played Fortnite recently. They got some wacky stuff now.
Yeah, Fortnite seemed to go in that direction pretty early in its lifespan. Added a lot of random stuff to their game, but I like the little Spider-Man hook and grapple thingy. It looks like it brings some interesting.
Okay, it is a
counterplay.
shotgun.
It is for sure. Yeah, that's the tac shotgun from maybe what I remember it back in the OG seasons, back when this game was thriving. But Fortnite really hasn't fallen off. Maybe a little bit since its
with
prime.
all the collaborations and everything,
mean,
it just brings so many people from different
still
games.
a huge game.
Yeah, you basically build like a oh, hold on here. Gunshots going on a little bit ahead. Are they gonna play this one like rats, or are they gonna play this one like idiots? I guess. Well, I guess it depends how you shape it, right? There's the okay, well, I'm gonna be an idiot and charge into battle for no reason, or I'm gonna be a rat and wait. I would personally rat. I always rat. Being a rat is fun. You don't get killed. Dying isn't fun. But ooh, gunshots actually gonna hit their car, but it's a vehicle, so they don't take any damage. Fortunately, it's not an armored car. Oh, hold on here. We might see a clip going on. Is he gonna shoot through the window? I don't think so. Maybe not. Okay, no, he's not going for the clip.
No, it's not.
Ooh, gunshots right ahead though. He's got to watch out. He played this one. We can see a build battle already going on. As what are they? 2-3 blocks in the sky right now. Nope, they're just gonna ignore that one too. And oh wait, hold on. Takes a shot at someone. Not gonna land any hits though. As they're driving right towards them. Can they get a kill? No, they cannot. Not with the vehicle at least. Gonna shoot down the floor, try and get some damage on them. Gonna try and shoot out the floor with the shotgun here. Building up, getting those 90s up and running. Trying to get priority on the wall. They got him? Oh yeah, they did get him. Wow, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I mean, that's Teo, I believe, getting that one. And gonna hit the emote on them, finding the 2v1 opportunity there and just pouncing on their prey there. Great job from the Saints there as they look to get themselves towards this late game scenario. And they're doing very, very well for themselves. Have so much loot, so many mats. Fully loaded out and ready for this final game. So a great start here to this game for K1 and Teo. Let's see what position to try and get up to. They were in the circle down there, but they're gonna look to take this high ground, hop on the mountain, and maybe look for some maybe solos coming into the zone.
Yeah, if they can find some solos, that's some extra points going into their pockets. But as you can see here, they kind of just spotted some fighting on that high ground. Or maybe it's not some fighting, maybe they're just building fortifications. But nonetheless, it is still not the best of situations if the opponent has the high ground. So they're going to hold themselves up. Whoa, that's a neat little bug. You can see through the wall by ADSing. Huh. Who would have thought? All right, well, let's add that to the list of things that you can do in Fortnite. But here, I think we're going to be seeing... Okay, yeah, they're going to play around with that triangle, try to get some eyes on everything. But
you can see everything when you edit it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So
I guess it's not much of a bug then.
It's been a tech for a while, but they're going to get approached by a car here. Yeah, it's a feature, not a bug, exactly. And the shots onto the car are going to come through, but nothing really connects here for K1. Let's see how he decides to play this one. Having that sniper at this point in the game can become so crucial. As you can see, the zone, it's getting very, very small. It's 29 players left, and our Saints here have a 3 kill participation. It looks like, at least on K1, not too sure about Teo on the other side. Have a lot of ammo to work with, 500 bullets in that AR, 32 on the sniper as well, which is a pretty decent amount.
I mean, you're never going to shoot 32 times with a sniper rifle. Come on, man.
That's perfect.
You need one shot to kill.
Without a doubt, and it's going to be a very good position they put themselves in for this final game, for this final circle, as they look to make it into the top 10 situation.
Yeah, but unfortunately their opponents do have the high ground, so they're going to have to play around that, which isn't fun to do. reminder that if you haven't seen Star Wars yet, the high ground always has the advantage. So playing into that is not going to be for them. They might want to play around circle here, but they are completely at the other edge of the storm. So they're going to have to make their way through and try and find a way past everybody else and then into that circle and then build some fortifications. And that's going to be pretty hard to do.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy to do, especially with them taking their time here. They might just start getting blasted by people already in the circle who just have a good position on them. But they're deciding to take their time and play this one very slowly. They do have the grapple hooks to get around the map quickly, so if they need to use that one, they will. You can see they've been here for a couple of minutes now. They're not really, haven't really been forced to leave their position, and in a game like Fortnite, when the only thing matters is the final position which you finish in, that's the only thing you gotta play for. But they have the bounce mat here. They're gonna just fly all the way across the map here. They're gonna get into the circle safely. Let's see how high of a position they can get to. The grapple is gonna be coming out here from K1. Does hit that tree, so has to use it again to not take the fall damage. And Saints are gonna put themselves in a beautiful scenario here. Both gonna box up, not use too many materials, and now they're in the circle with 26 players left.
Yep, those little boxes going to do for some nice residences as they wait out the time. Hopefully they don't get shot at too much, or their fortifications don't get taken out. I don't know, how much destructive properties are there left? Like, is the RPG still around and stuff like that? Like, can you still destroy buildings really, really quickly with those things?
Must be, but they just got a knock. Teo got one down, and you can see they're going to be instantly rushing in onto this duo. Every single kill matters, and they're going to break through. They're going to get the edit, and the shotgun shots will come through. Nice little double kill for our Saints here as they knock out a team. And now with 19 players left with 6 KP, they put themselves in a great scenario. Yes, they are just outside the storm, but it looks like K1 will be able to make it over to Teo, his teammate, and they're going to be able to bunker up here, heal up, and with 17 players left and 6 KP, this is a great match for them so far.
Yeah, that box magazine doing a lot. 12 rounds in a shotgun is a lot. It allows you to do so much damage and without having to reload. And here, as we can see in that last circle, well, one of the last circles, plural, ooh, getting a little bit of an upgrade on that AR. Holy, going from blue to gold. That is a significant upgrade, actually. As their grapple hook, is it limited uses or is it... I'm not sure.
There's 4 more uses on it.
4 more uses? Okay, yeah. So it is limited uses. So they have to play around that. They won't have their mobility for very long. As, oh, hold on here. Gets stuck in the storm. Not the best of situations. Going to jump up, get the grapple to gain some velocity. The physics engine kind of being a little bit goofy in Fortnite. Making it kind of fun to play around other things. But yeah, that sniper going to pick off a lot of damage and chunk him down. Almost all of his shields are gone. Luckily, he does have a little bit of regeneration going on right now. Going to bring that shield back up, but that health isn't going back up, and it will remain at 77 unless he heals that window there. He catches right out of his eye.
Oh,
he's not going for that fight though.
Yeah, the zone is still continuously moving, so they have to keep moving as well, but that's going to be almost the last grapple hook used there. The cooldown is on it, so can't use it for a while here. Sniper going to come out, the shot doesn't come through as a beautiful wall comes out from their opponents, but they put themselves inside the zone. Only 15 people left, and with 6 KP, they're going to get a lot of points here regardless, but the longer they survive here, the better the fish. It's going to get eaten to get put up to full HP, and let's see. You can see the next circle. Everything's gonna start moving in. And in the bottom right corner, we have TFT, Nakuteiken. And if you want to see either of these streams by themselves, !mark streams in the chat. But Tommy, also known as Nakuteiken, has made it to top 4 in the bottom right corner. They're playing the Executioner Twitch build. Great play from him to get this deep in it. But let's look back at the Fortnite. This is exciting action with the circle closing and everyone rotating over. One more grapple hook allowed there, but careful not to go too deep into the zone. Gonna take a bit of poke damage. Actually didn't take any, and it's gonna move alongside the zone. 14 players left as we get into the final seconds of this Fortnite match. Teo above and a duo there. Sniper shot is not able to land on the head, but one 16 in the shield will do a lot of damage, and you can see a duo running across there. 12 players, a beautiful knock there comes down from K1, and so much chaos going on here. He's gonna get a finish here from his teammate. Teo's on 1 hit point, cannot take a single tick of the storm or he will go down, and he knows it. Gonna try and run another player to the left. 10 players remaining, and not the best spot here for the Saints, but they're gonna be able to stay alive. They still have a little bit of healing to work with, so if they can just bunker up would be beautiful, but the knock will come through. Teo has died. It's all up to K1 here, who gets himself in a great position here. But with the zone moving and only 1 player left on his team, it's going to be hard to pull this one off. Player right next to him, but they're not even looking to shoot each other. They're just looking to get into the zone as Teo is dead, and it's just K1 playing for a position here. Gonna get into top 7 now. It's gonna get shot here and will go down in 4th place. But a great showing from our Saints there, as they're gonna get a lot of kill participation, and with a 4th place finish, that's gonna get amplified on top. Tommy here now on 1 HP after losing 1 combat. Can't lose 1 more in this TFT game or he will go down.
Yeah, so the breakout executioner build here, care to explain a little bit more how it functions? Because I'm not familiar enough with TFT. Like,
it's just Twitch with a tank Amumu. If the Amumu dies, the rest of the team dies. If the Twitch is able to stay alive in DPS, will do so. Going up against the Zed Katarina 3 build with those backline assassins having access to the backline, but it looks like Vex is going to take one of those charges, and this Twitch is just untouched here. Will take a bit of damage, but the Vex doing so much DPS. Yes, Katarina is going to be alive for a little bit, but Tommy with a great board here, having such great sustain, will find an Elam their robe, having a perfect game so far on 100 HP. Definitely the strongest player in the lobby here, and there's not much Nakuteiken can do here to upgrade his board. Vex 3 would be amazing, but other than that, there's no real upgrades to find. Leveling up won't do too much either. Maybe an extra tank in there, but what's a one cost tank, 1-star tank gonna do at this point in the game? Not too much. So this is Tommy's final board. Basically, he's gonna look to position this Twitch in a good spot, but it's basically up to RNG here as if he fights Robe or not, and he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't fight Rope, so he might get to live a little bit longer than Alawi Tentacles, though. Alawi Tentacles deal a lot of damage, but I think he can make it through this, right?
Yeah, he's winning this one for sure. If you look at the health bars, he has a lot more health bars alive than his opponent. Then July will be going down here in 4th place. Nakuteiken actually going to jump up to 2nd place here, and it's going to be him against Robe here. Robe hasn't lost a single round this entire match. He's been on absolute fire and just has an impeccable board. Lucian too there. It's going to be nearly impossible for Nakuteiken to this one. I think Nakuteiken knows this one
That's a Chibi Sona.
Yeah, that's a Sona. She's a 5 cost.
Maybe not
She's
in the
very strong in this game mode.
Maybe not in the standard game mode, but at least we can see Sona on TFT. You know what? I'll take it. All right, but here, look. Ooh, completely reorganizing his board to try and protect that Twitch. Basically, just get down, Mr. President. Do you think you can take it?
Probably not. That Riven 3 is just going to shred through his team, and the Amumu's alive for a little bit, but that Riven is just staying alive for a little bit too long. Still going to tank up a lot of Twitch autos, and that's going to be the 1st place going over. But Nakuteiken going to get that 2nd place in TFT terms. That's very, very good. So good start for him in that 1st game, as he's going to put himself in 2nd place for the day.
Yeah, I mean, the really good games. Saints getting really, really ahead. I mean, just kind of doing a summary of the games that we had today. I mean, in Standard League of Legends, Summoner's Rift, we had a very dominant victory coming out of the Saints, 2-0ing their opponents. And then in Fortnite, a pretty good placement here. I think they came out in 2nd,
well,
2nd or 3rd.
They got 4th, but I still think they have another game to play, if I'm not wrong.
Another game to play? Okay,
so.
That is a possibility. And then, of course, on TFT, coming in 2nd place, so very, very good. We'll be throwing it to a quick break, I believe.
Yeah, let's throw it over to a quick break, but we'll be right back, I believe, with Fortnite or TFT. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back in a second. Welcome back, everybody. We are just headed into another game of Fortnite. We have Teo and K1 with a great finish. Last game finishing 4th. This game gonna go for a hot drop.
Yeah, that hot drop going to be offering a lot of loot, but also a very high chance of death. So you're gonna have to be kind of balancing those two things out and see which one is more profitable. Personally, I never had the guts to go hot drop. I would always drop at like a house in the middle of nowhere and get like one item and then run around and die. That's the story of me playing Fortnite. Then I started playing Apex. But anyways, oh, the drop just not ideal. Gonna have to take the long way into the observatory. Yikes.
And it looked like nobody else was really dropping here, so they're gonna get this entire place to themselves. It seems like they're just gonna loot up. Nothing too good just yet, but you do have those impulse grenades if you ever need it for the movement, or the shockwave, sorry. You can just fly through anything really and get out of danger. Free card, so as you like to play the game, Saints are gonna kind of land maybe towards more outside of the map and just look for those longer games. As you know, the longer you get into the game, the better. Some shots coming out there, but I don't think there's any opponents. It's just gonna be the robot there. It's gonna be going down. It is just NPCs, so there's gonna be some good loot here picked up for the Saints as they're gonna take out the Tiger as well. A couple shields there, some different things, and Saints just getting off to a pretty slow start.
So those coins that get dropped by the bosses, what do they offer?
I couldn't tell you.
I think maybe it's like shield regeneration? It looks like shield regeneration, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah, like over time. I think that's what it gives.
You're right, yeah.
Or at least it looks like it. So that is pretty valuable here, and I do believe that big pot of juice. How much juice is in there? Holy smokes, they're the size of a person. That is insane. The vault will be open though. Wow. That is just a whole jug.
Oh, they're robbing the bank.
Insane. Alright, they're robbing the bank. Gonna get themselves a sniper rifle, it would seem.
There's the RPG.
The RPG. Ooh, will it be picked up though?
I don't know. I don't think it's that good in pro play, honestly, because everyone can just build so well that it might not be the strongest option. It's better to have, maybe have a couple weapons and just like healing and utility type of stuff. But let's see. Maybe the Saints up to
it. Was moved, so maybe they want to take it later. As on their way out? Maybe? Yes? No? Possibly? What does that gold offer? Is it just metal? I think it's metal, yeah. Lots of metal being picked up here. It's like a decent building material. It takes a lot of time to build though, but it is very sturdy. Oh, they're modding out their guns. I forgot you could do that now. Going to add lots.
I think that's what the goal's for.
Oh, maybe that is, yeah. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day, I guess.
Yeah.
Modding in Fortnite. Never thought that would have been possible, but okay, here it is. And the RPG was picked up.
Yeah. It's gonna be a pistol loadout though, coming out from K1. His tail's on low HP, doesn't have a med kit, but no real danger around. Doesn't really matter. Not a big deal. As Saints put themselves in a beautiful position yet again here. 44 players left, trying to crack into that top 10, maybe top 5, as we just saw them do that last game. You could see towards the end of the game, nobody's even really shooting at you. Everyone's just kind of sprinting towards the zone. So, you know, if that's the way that the game is played now, that's how you gotta play it. And Saints played it well in the last one.
Yeah, so we're gonna kind of see, I think here, yeah, the impact grenade going to be used to kind of get some distance, get them out of that building. I think maybe they think there's a threat on the other side or within the building here. That is a possibility. I don't know why though. Maybe there's a danger soon. Maybe? No, I'm not sure. Okay, maybe not. But they will be walking away here. Just gonna opt to get to the zone, although they are already in it, so probably just like where they predict that the next zone will be. You can see the RPG is picked up, so I wonder how they're gonna use it. Are they just gonna use it like as an anti-material weapon, or are they gonna use it to try and get some kills?
It's probably going to be hard to get kills with it, but I think anti-material is definitely... They're going to look to break a wall and then send him probably a sniper shot right behind that one. I think that's the best way to do that one is... You're going to see K1 is going to choose to go for that sniper build alongside the shotgun and the customized pistol, which is interesting. You know, you think that they would go for an AR. They see a couple players, I believe. Let's see if the engagement will come through. Saints look like they don't want to fight this one. They're just going to get out of dodge and take the good positioning. Probably going to take the car whenever the zone gets a bit closer.
Yeah, playing around that sniper, we can see, I think those are sticky grenades getting thrown out. Looks like plungers, so yeah, I'm gonna assume those were sticky grenades being thrown out. But yeah, taking the high ground here, playing to the advantage. Playing with snipers is kind of hard in Fortnite just because everybody can build the wall. So it kind of just screws you over whenever they can take cover whenever they want. But doesn't mean that they aren't usable. Here we can see they kind of want to try and get a pick, a headshot preferably. If they can land one of those, get an engage, and then go in, it would be very helpful. But finding those engages is very difficult, and it's mostly just a game of chicken.
Yeah, without a doubt. And with 33 players alive, they're just going to be chilling, hanging around, making sure they don't die. So it's a great start for them. Not really too much to talk about, honestly, because Fortnite in the mid-game is one of the slower paced games. You don't really do much. We're going to see the healing come out there on the shields from K1 and get up to 100. Only on 70 HP still. Still think he should heal up in that department whenever possible, because even towards that later game, you might just forget that you're on 70 HP, take that extra bit of storm damage and just die. And that would be a tragic finish for them. But they're looking to make their way over, away from their landing spot and loot up at some other places.
Yeah, I mean, then again, Fortnite does have that like concept of small meds versus big meds. So here they need to make sure that they have meds that can actually get them to 100%. But with those slurps, of course, going to enable that and make it happen. But yeah, if you don't have the right meds, you just can't get your health topped off. Kind of a feature in Fortnite that can screw you over very quickly. Here, gonna bash in that rock, get himself some stone. Making sure that they can play around their opponents with those materials. Here, the zone is coming in though, so first round of that. When that happens, I mean, you kind of just sit there because like they're already in the ring, right? They don't have much to do, so it's farm materials, walk around, keep some eyes out. You can see they marked the building there, but I don't think they're going to keep an eye on it much longer, as they do remember their opponents that were at the observatory over there. I'm gonna ping an item. I don't know what that is, but the jump pad will be used to get them over there. Another one being used to try and get them up. Okay, I guess it's very time sensitive to get over there. Okay, they are struggling to get up there. Yeah, I think they just decided, you know what, let's just build.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't want to waste the mats, but that was a terrible jump pad, so they were forced to use a little bit. We'll farm those mats back up though before any real danger. And on full HP now, K1. I'm feeling good. There's a chest somewhere in this house. We're able to hear it, but I think that
there are
might
also
have been
footsteps
opened
and
up.
gunshots.
There are footsteps and gunshots, but I think those are just the NPCs as well down below, not real players. You can see they're not too concerned about anything going on here. They're just scouting around to see an opponent, but I don't think anyone's anywhere near us. There's only 30 players left in the game.
Yeah, is there still fall damage in Fortnite? I don't remember. Did they patch
Yeah,
that out,
definitely.
there
has to
still
be.
is?
Oh,
Alright,
President.
there's a train.
There's a fight.
Yeah, gunshots here ringing out. Kind of gonna see them play around that sniper rifle. Not going to go for like an engage or anything. Just gonna play.
Oh my goodness.
Well, speaking of fall damage, yeah, there's your proof of concept. Going down to 50 HP to 50% of your health just gone is not fun. Here, they're gonna be building around what I think is that like a supply crate? I don't know what that is. What is that machine?
It's a cache something from what I just saw. So I think it takes time to download or upload, like
Oh, it's like a supply
kind
crate.
of a headquarters supply kind of thingy.
Oh, okay,
Then
okay.
at the end
Like
of
the
that
objective?
Yeah, like at the end of that process, it might drop some loot. So maybe getting some premium loot there would be nice for K1. He's gonna push kind of by himself, as Teo's not really too close to him, but gonna put up a wall, get back to that loot and see what is there. Gonna hit by a sniper, but still has a little bit of extra HP. One more bullet though will down him. Has to be careful here. The shots are coming out, but the builds are there in time. Gonna ward that one up. About to collect this crate and let's see what it drops. A lot of weapons, a lot of ammo, and some healing. A med kit right there. That's
Well,
very nice after getting sniped. And gonna get the shields up to full as well with a couple of big shields there. That's still a good spot for the Saints.
Yeah, getting that tonic in, getting those meds up and running, going to keep them healthy, plus that token there, going to give some shield regeneration, I believe. So with that enabling them to do so much, I believe, okay, I think that big like jug thing gives them a buff. It's not like shields, it's a buff of some kind. I think.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I think there's multiple of those buff thingies that just kind of make you a little bit of a raid boss later into the game, but still 9 members left, I believe. They are getting shot though from up this hill. Gonna look for a sniper shot. Looks like they're gonna go aggressive for this 2v2 engage. I like this play. Looking to take the high ground here as all 4 members gonna fight this one out. Let's see how the Saints start off, forcing the enemy team onto the back foot as Teo and K1 are making up a lot of ground here, and they're gonna go onto the solo in the 2v1 situation. Gonna break through from K1 over the top, but won't be able to find any damage on the shots. They are trying to take that high ground, but Teo won't be able to find the knock just yet. This is a big fight for pretty early into the game. Let's see if Saints can capitalize off it. K1 gonna jump down with that pistol. Gonna look to break through and get inside of the build. Looking for a shotgun shot. It's gonna be on 17 HP, but will find the knock there. They won't be able to find the finish, but Teo is gonna be there for the double kill. He does go down. The resurrect will come through, but a beautiful 2v2 for the Saints as they get a couple kills early on.
Yep, getting that res is essential, of course. Don't want your friend to be knocked down. 2v2, giving them a few kills, a few extra guns to play with, some meds at the end. Yeah, okay, so here we can see. Okay, it is healing.
It's
Yeah.
shields, I think.
Yeah, it's shields. Okay, and it's overtime.
And it's AoE.
Oh, okay. Well, now we know what that thing does. But now it's over, so we're not going to see it again unless they find another one. The med kit will be popped, though, as they are healing over time, too. Unless that's the med kit that does it over time instead of all in one shot now. Wouldn't be surprised about that. But that suppressed pistol deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's used to break through these structures so quickly, and in like 2-3 shots, it just insta pops the wall open. You could see K1 just dropped on his opponent there, almost whiffed the shotgun shots, but didn't whiff it in the end, and found the kill there. And then Teo was able to come through with a follow-up as they found the 2-for-1 trade, got the Resurrect off, and now they have some space to work with. 27 players left still, and on 2 kills, Saints are putting themselves in a great position yet again.
Are the supply drops, like, do they still look like those balloons in the sky, or am I outdated?
I couldn't tell you.
Huh. Well, maybe we'll see one, maybe we won't. Anyways, circle, I think this is the second or the third circle that's starting to close in. We haven't actually seen a map being opened yet, but as we can see, they haven't moved too much. Like, generally speaking, they've, like, where they dropped is pretty much where the circle is falling. But eventually they will have to start moving once that circle gets a little bit more sporadic.
10 seconds.
Pardon me?
10 seconds till we see the circle.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see it. What is it going to be? 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is the circle? Oh no, it's the storm that's closing. Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be like the next
Yeah,
zone.
me too.
Unfortunate. Okay, well, that just means that people will be heading their way. Here, opting not to touch the water. Water's lava. Gonna use the grapple hook for that one. Gonna start gathering more materials after that fight. Of course, they kind of used up a few. Here, the objective is to find either opponent to get some points or just survive time, right? As long as they stay alive for as long as possible, that will be optimal for them. Getting those points in that later part of the game is, of course, what you want. They're gonna need those materials, though. If they don't have those building materials, they won't be able to get to that later part of the game and survive. As here we can see, picking up the big pot, going to make, oh, maybe not, actually, gonna opt for the small pots. Okay, the minis, I mean, to be fair, the minis are pretty good. They do offer a lot more holding size, but minis also just kind of limiting you to that 150 or 175 mark, not letting you heal to full. So they do have their downsides, as we can see here. Not much to be seen, just kind of running around. Gunshots running out to the southwest, though, could potentially spell a fight for them. We're going to see how that plays out, though.
Yeah, it's going to be them just trying to make their way over to the best position possible, get on top of these mountains and get the high ground going. They're inside of the circle, but there's another team up on this high ground that's contesting them. Let's see where they decide to go. They're going to decide to not fight that one. Find another mountain to go to, but they spot out a player. The crack comes through, and let's see if Saints are going to aggress onto this one. Looks like it's just one player, but the sniper headshot from across the map knocks down K1. Let's see if Teo can keep him alive here. One more wall around the corner. Oh my goodness, he's going to be able to make it out of his life, and the Resurrect should come through right here, but they're not going to let this happen this easily. They're going to be spraying down these walls. Sniper shot will come out from Teo, and the Resurrect is coming through, but look how quickly they're shredding through these walls. He's gonna drop some metal for him there so he can build up, and you know, Saints are definitely praying for some teams to just third party the enemy team, but still a good amount of time to work with at 50 HP here. The Resurrect will look to come through, but a bullet snuck in there. So now it's only 14 HP for him. 10 HP and taking 8 HP. 6, 4, 2. The Resurrect has to come through right now, and it won't. The kill will be taken there. It's going to be all up to Teo now in the solo scenario.
Yeah, Teo here has to opt to run away. That sniper completely screwing over the game plan. They can't, it's not a 2v whatever now, it's a 1v whatever. How many people are there left? Oh, we can see the map now. Okay, they do have the respawn vans. I forgot about those. They do have the respawn bans, so that is still a possibility that is open to them. But again, playing around those respawn bans, you're coming back with what, like a pistol? Yeah, coming back with a pistol is not
I don't know
much to
what you
work
come
with.
back with.
Uh,
Might be
so
nothing.
if that does happen, they're gonna have to do something to gear up their friend. Teo here, I mean, finding those respawn bans is already kind of a trek. But, oh, wait, hold on. Anti-gravity nade thingies, I don't remember what they're called. I'm gonna find some meds. Keep himself healthy. Oh, there's a van. All right. Maybe he does get the respawn. Gonna build up a little bit to defend himself while he does. What is that, 10 seconds? Oh, God, that is more than 10 seconds.
I think it's around 10 seconds, but they're outside the zone, and you know, K1's gonna have to quickly loot up here. But the good thing for the Saints, only 20 members left in the game. And with with K1's respawn here coming through, it's gonna be 21 players left and left. Let's see what kind of loot K1 can find quickly here. There's gonna be an AR, some fish, but you know, no real shields, and that's what you really need in these later parts of the game. We'll have a bit of a setup, not too much ammo, won't have any material, so basically a brand new player, but still has a little bit of time to farm up as long as he has his life. That's all he really needs, and he's starting to get some shields.
Yeah, meds, shields, they have all those. What they need now, though, is definitely going to be better guns, because without good guns, you don't deal enough damage, and without enough damage, you can't win. So right now, it's acquiring guns. That's their main priority, and something that'll deal a lot of damage, right? Teo here kind of giving away his ammo and as many meds as he can spare, but that zone is coming in, and it is a really big threat. Doesn't deal too much damage here, but I mean, what is that, like 2 damage per tick? Yeah, 2 damage per tick, and it ticks pretty fast, so you gotta watch out on that front. Finding some stone on the ground.
Yeah,
Who
and
left the stone there?
the zone's pretty quick here, so they're gonna have to get quickly. Didn't pick up a big pot there for some reason, which I'm confused by. He didn't do that. Has an open slot in his inventory. Maybe just didn't see it as he's sprinting
Picking
through
up his
this
own
map.
here, I think.
And this is their old little base. Maybe gonna look for his old loot. Wiz gonna be able to find that. Has some fish to heal up, and we'll get those minis. We'll get the golden AR, the sniper, and fully the loadout. Yes, he's in the zone, taking a lot of damage. Actually chooses not to pick up a couple weapons there, as he's gonna be able to get back in. The fish should come through for a little bit of healing, as Saints get themselves in a very good position yet again.
Speaking
my
of a good
God.
position, it no longer is that, as he gets sniped in the dome once again. I mean, 1 time that's unlucky. 2 times, I mean, luck just... Oh, he's just getting tossed around now. Oh man, why you gotta bully him like that? Donovan is gonna take him out. So he comes back to life after being sniped in the head, and is met by a bullet in his cranium once again. That is, he's not having a good day today.
Just a rough game from K1, but did so much to get a great positioning for them in last game. Having 1 unlucky game happens, but the fact that Teo is still alive means this game is far from over. If Teo can get himself into that late game scenario, get that top 4, top 5, it's still going to be great points for the side of the Saints, as Teo is going to be maneuvering his way around here and take that zipline as well, and impact himself all the way into the zone. A lot of building coming through, but Teo on his lonesome definitely cannot fight any of these teams. Will be looking to just survive as long as possible. Is in the zone inside of his build here. Is going to get built around though, and is going to be neighbors with some opponents. Let's see what Teo has to do. Doesn't have to push at all. He could just sit here for the next little while. He has control over all the builds needed, but you could hear that something's getting broken from under, as Teo gonna look for a shot there, won't be able to find it. Out of metal and brick, only having the wood left. Will choose to just get out of there, has to farm up this rock. 1 more kill will come through in the kill feed, so 16 players left as we get into this very intense final scenarios of the game.
Yeah, Teo here is kind of just playing around, getting as many points as possible, because you're realistically speaking not going to get a kill here. This is not a scenario where you will win a fight. If you do even eliminate or like down someone, you're just going to get killed back, and it would be a 1-for-1, which isn't worth it. So here you just want to go for placement, but you can't really go for placement when you don't have any health. Brought down to 34 HP. Gonna wall himself in, try and heal as much as possible with that heal over time, but it's not much. The medkit is being popped, trying to stall for time with those builds. And okay, he does get back to full HP. Can he live though? Can he win that fight? That is the question. Find some stone on the ground. That's going to help him. He's going to take any materials he can get his hands on. As here he can see his opponent building a ramp right in front of his bullet. Not going to allow him to shoot someone. But he's such a bad situation. Running out of mats here. I think, yeah, 10, 20. He's got, what? He's got 41 wood left, 70 stone, and what seems like 32 metal. That's not enough. You can't play around with that. So finding how to play around those materials, because he's basically playing no build now.
Yeah, I mean, he has to chop down a tree or something, because you need builds in this, and he's going to find an opponent right in front of him, but he's going to have to box up here, has to be careful. And as Tommy Nakuteiken gets into his final game of the day, exclamation mark streams to check out either this game or the TFT game, but we're going to be a little bit focused on this Fortnite game as it gets to its closing stages. And you know, TFT, a game in its early stages, doesn't have too much of firing action. So let's see how Teo decides to play this one. 12 players left, 150 HP in a dream.
Yeah, so with those 12 players left, that is 12 potential kills. Well, okay, 11 potential kills if you don't include him. But of course, getting those kills is a little bit difficult. He will land a snipe though. Wow, dealing an insane amount of damage. I think there was 112 there on a body shot. That damage is nothing to scoff at. It is a sniper rifle, but here he's in a bad situation. He doesn't have building materials. He's out of wood, out of metal, out of brick. All he is left with is whatever others build for him, and he's gonna have to play around that. He needs to get a kill and kill somebody who does have materials, because if he doesn't, he's dead. Period. No questions asked.
Without a doubt, and he's going to be looking for the push here, but he is, I think, inside the zone maybe if he stays in this corner. But if he decides to stay in here for the zone, he's going to be completely dead on the next one. There's a player right next to him building, and he's going to have to move in with the circle, trying to take too much damage, but the circle's going to move back the other way, and Teo actually in a beautiful position here, just going to be able to stay alive as everyone else is forced to fight each other. There's a player to his left, player to his right, but I don't think he's been spotted out, as maybe he gets spotted out there. Lets off his weapon, might look for a shot there, won't find anything. As the shotgun finds a nice little tag there, but won't be able to find the final blows. Another white, but no finish. Another white, and that's one knock for Teo. That's huge if he can get that kill. Another kill participations, and now he's in this top 9 scenario. Got some materials, but that is all she rolled for the materials. And now Teo on 70 HP, gonna get taken down to 50, just trying to survive for a little bit, gonna find a tag there, but gonna be so hard to live here. He's gonna get taken down in 6th place, but still a pretty good finish for the Saints, probably on the positive side, as they're gonna be done with that second game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't really be at the advantage when you're in a 1v2 or 1v more. But moving on to TFT here, what kind of team composition do you think that they're gonna opt for?
Yeah, Nakuteiken is gonna be going for early Yasuo 3. Gonna be very, very strong in this early game, but unfortunately lost that 3-5 round somehow and will lose his win streak. So definitely a deal breaker there. Could just be a big scenario that happened in that last round, but he's easily gonna take this one, as he has definitely gone for the very, very strong early game. That Yasuo should just kill anybody in his way, as he's going to be 40 gold. Going to opt to actually go for that Riven. No, he doesn't want to lose the economy there. Will have 4 extra gold coming in each round. He's very, very rich, but so is the rest of the lobby. It's going to be a Radiant item here coming out for the whole lobby, I believe. Let's see what Nakuteiken's going to take here.
Really could go crazy, but so could Equinox. Doesn't have much time left to select. The Equinox does seem to be what he is hovering. Still 6, 5, 4. We'll opt for the Equinox. Alright. Gonna be interesting to see how that one pans out. But that Yasuo tier 3 is very, very strong. So probably gonna carry him through the early game. Gonna kind of see where that... Oh, the Equinox is actually gonna be placed on what I believe is the cannon? Yeah, the cannon. So his team composition right now is centered around True Damage, Edgelord, and Guardian. So a lot of buffs going on, going to level himself right up to level 7 here. Getting himself an extra slot. Going to place a Senna just to boost up that true damage, I assume. Yup, going to get... Is that an... No, that's an Echo. Maybe? I don't know. I'm having difficulty seeing.
That is an Echo, and he's also going to give Viego in very, very early. His board is insanely strong compared to the rest of the lobby, considering the fact that Kennen's going to be pretty tanky with those insane items. And this Yasuo with a 4 Edgelord, 4 true damage, it's just going to be doing so much damage. Nakuteiken is going to be taking the next few rounds in swift fashion, even though Kirkabunk did have an Ezreal, just not matching up to par. The Yasuo 3 will just run these fights for the next little while. Let's see, can he get Econ in any way? One away from that Kennen 3 as well. That would be a nice spike, a little bit of tankiness. Oh, let's see what he decides to go for here. Has the Ascension, will reroll that one. Crash Dummy gonna reroll that. Portable Forge, always a good choice. Can't really go wrong with a strong item, but looks like we're going for Know Your Enemy. And that's, oh, Cybernetic Bulk is pretty strong as well, but Know Your Enemy will get picked up. That's an Akali pair for Nakuteiken, I believe. No, maybe not a pair, just the one Akali, but that's another true damage champion. It looks like Viego will be the backup carry here, as it's going to be a Yasuo Viego reroll type of game.
Yeah, true damage with 4, Edgelord with 3, Pentakill with 3, and Sentinel with 2. Lots of synergies here as an Echo Tier 2 gets picked up. The remover will actually go on the Kennen, as the Giant's Belt will want to be on the Echo this time. So we're going to be seeing a little bit more of a tanky Echo today. But this Akali, yeah, of course, on the bench, just kind of waiting, chilling for their time, as he's still just dominating these early rounds. But it's going to be kind of scary once he gets to that late game to see what he's going to have to go up against, because Kales and other champions do outscale him pretty darn hard.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, it's gonna be just Tommy going for a high place finish here, just trying to get an early maybe top 3 or top 2 just secured from the early game, having all that HP saved up. But Volksen is on a win streak here. Let's see if Nakuteiken can take him down. That's gonna be a Senna upgraded, so very nice for Nakuteiken here, but not gonna have that Kennen 3. That's gonna be hurting for a couple of these rounds. If he had that Kennen 3, would definitely be a lot stronger, and Echo definitely gonna be the tank of choice for the game. Such a strong tank, and unfortunately for Nakuteiken, has 3 items on the bench, just has no idea what to make, and I completely agree. I wouldn't know what to slime here either. So a bit weaker maybe than Volksen, and he's gonna go up against a Rageblade Kai'Sa. This should be a pretty simple victory for him, as this Nico will fall down in seconds. I think that item he got, the Even Shroud upgraded version, is just so good. Equinox, I believe it's called.
Yeah, Equinox.
Just instantly melts the armor of the opposition, and the front line falls in seconds. Yasuo obviously going to do so much damage, 7k damage to be exact, and Nakuteiken on a very nice streak here, but Volksen not letting go.
No, they're not letting go, but they are persevering, as he is on a win streak, but he's not on fire yet. Somebody else is right under him. I can't really read that from where I am, but he does have opponents that will be able to give him a run for his money, so he has to make sure that he plays this one smart, as this roulette here going to have to try and choose which champion to pick, although he is in the lead, which means he probably won't be able to get what he wants. Going to opt for the Thresh here, I believe, with that recurve bow. I don't know if he's going for the Thresh specifically or the recurve bow specifically, but recurve bow, generally speaking, like, it's an item that you see picked up a lot, just attack speed being an item that a lot of people like. Yeah, so here, going to throw it away. He was opting for that recurve bow. That's all he wanted, really. With the needlessly large rod, that can be paired into a Rage Blade if memory serves correct. So needlessly large rod and recurve bow could go on that Senna, get himself something that attacks very fast. Senna attacking fast, I mean, it's pretty good. Generally speaking, it's pretty good. Of course, could be better or worse. I don't know. I don't know if there's something stronger. Probably is like a Kai'Sa, but one way or the other goes into this next fight that Yasuo was still tearing up the front line. I mean, what can they do to defeat this Yasuo?
I mean, not much, and it's Papa Prince actually on the other side with the Z2 and 850 gold, level 8. Very, very strong actually. He's only going to start scaling up as he's so rich. This can be a great finish from Papa Prince here as Nakuteiken does take him down, but it's still pretty early into the game. Papa Prince is so you can see Nakuteiken just looking at the synergies. They're like, oh my goodness, how did he get such a strong board together already? And he didn't have that Akali in last round. He's going to finally put the hand of justice on her as he's going to go for a triple carry type of play. The Yasuo, the Viego, and the Akali needs them upgraded for them to do real damage.
Yeah, getting those upgrades is going to be a little bit of a chore. That Kennen being, I believe, a tier 1 unit, so
yeah.
The higher the level, the harder it is to get them. So finding that third Kennen that he needs to get his tier 3 might take a while, but nonetheless, it will require some aptitude. And here, going into this next fight, I think he wins this one, right?
Looks like so. Yeah, so in the backline, we'll just be cleaning up. We'll get those easy kills. Misfortune will go down, and this Yasuo is just doing absolutely everything for Nakuteiken right now. 7.6k damage. Once the Akali and Viego get upgraded, that's when he's really going to shine. And he's gone on this win streak now. He's getting a lot of extra econ in as there's going to be the first elimination of the game. I think that's Toes going down first, so not a great game from them as Nakuteiken sitting up top with 89 HP. He's just going to watch these lower players get out, and we'll just look for the highest placement possible. I'm wondering if he's going to stick with this Yasuo till the end of the game, or if he's going to sell it and maybe look for a bit of an upgrade.
I think he's going to keep the Yasuo, just upgrade whatever's surrounding the Yasuo. Either that or get other characters that defend the Yasuo better. That might be an option or an angle for him. But the other option is... what would be his other option other than... Because like if he sells the Yasuo, he's selling basically one of his strongest points, right?
Yeah.
So he'd have to go for something else. Like what else would be able to help carry him more than the Yasuo here?
Well, it is a chosen Yasuo, so it was automatically a 2-star. If he can go level 9 and get a chosen Kiana with that true damage special and have 6 true damage in with the Kiana just carrying, could be a little bit maybe stronger than the Yasuo. Also, here Bonk is a player for St. Clair as well on 12 HP. Gonna have to be careful here as Nakuteiken is going up against them, and Nakuteiken is so strong, just gonna burn through that front line. But look how much damage that Ezreal does, and it looks like Kirabonk will be able to find the victor here over Nakuteiken and stay alive in the game.
Yeah, that back line has so much damage. It's an Ezreal and a Phelios, a Lucian, and is that a Zoe?
Misfortune.
An MF, okay, yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
a lot of
Kiana.
damage coming from those. But ooh, the Kiana is available. He will pick up the Kiana.
That's good.
Will he place it down?
I think
He's hesitating.
he should, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
put her in, and Kiana can give you just items on top of items, but unfortunately doesn't have any items on the Kiana. He's definitely looking to level here, Nakuteiken. There's no real
Question
other
mark
play
king.
here. And yeah, I mean,
Everybody's showing up to the board.
getting that Kiana is at this point in the game is definitely a strong,
It's a 3%
strong
chance.
play. Exactly. And it's going to be a level 3 ribbon here from his opponent, Nakuteiken. There's probably another fight that he will not be able to take as the Yasuo just simply gets outclassed by the ribbon in every single statistic possible, and having those insane augments, that ribbon's going to be a problem for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he did go down to a Riven last time too, as the next Fortnite game is starting off. They're dropping at the same spot, that observatory being picked. Is there like something special with the observatory? Like, is the loot there just really good or something?
Well, that's just how they decide to play. That's their game plan, and that's where they want to land. So, exclamation mark streams in the chat if you want to see either of these perspectives on their own without commentary. Exclamation mark streams in the chat. So let's get it underway. It looks like our Saints are going to be dropping pretty safe again. No real enemies, and they're just going to loot up, you know, typical Fortnite early game. Not going to look to find too much action. But on the TFT side, we're getting into the late game stages of the game. Every single board is so strong. Nakuteiken still sitting up top with 59 HP, but you could definitely see that his comp is slowly getting outscaled.
Yeah, and as the comp gets outscaled, slowly but surely, he's going to have to adapt to his opponents, or else he will just keep on falling down the ranks. This happens very often in TFT, where you're going to get an early game comp that is working so well, but it just doesn't last.
Oh, Kira Bonk won.
What?
Kira Bonk won that round and now moves up into at least 5th place.
Ooh, that is very good. So we're kind of going to wonder how this one plays out. Is that a hard? That is hard steal on that on the Urgot. Not going to be picked up though. This hero legendary is picked up, but what legendary is it? I wasn't able to see. Could it be like a second Kiana maybe?
I'm not sure if it was. Also, Papa Prince sitting at top of the lobby. A great performance from him. Level 2 Pantheon. And that's going to be pretty important. It was Illusion bot from Nakuteiken. He's going to go for the level up. Let's see if he sells the Yasuo. Will choose not to and decides to pentakill the Kiana. I don't know. It doesn't really improve his board too much, but I guess it's something. Still missing that Kennen 3-star and some strong items on that Echo for the tankiness. I think just Tommy doesn't have enough frontline to sustain against these strong boards.
Yeah, he needs the tier 3 Kennen. If he can get the tier 3 Kennen, then he can start doing some work. But yeah, I mean, here his backline isn't really a backline. It doesn't really deal much damage. All his damage is front-loaded. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that he can't do anything. He can do a lot. It's just the damage is front-loaded. So you can't really, if your frontline dies, it's not like your backline scaled up really strong and they can finish it off. Like, if that backline, like, the backline is basically there for like official purposes. They're there. They're not actually. They're decorative. It's a decorative backline. It's not actually doing anything. Like, they're dealing damage, but their damage is negligible compared to the rest of the team composition here. Does he still have the Yasuo, or was it sold? It was sold.
No, it's
oh no, it's
still
there.
very
It's there.
much there.
It's just next to the. Is that an Aphelios? No, that's Illusion. The Kiana, though, he does have a lot of traits up, though. Breakout, True Damage, Edgelord, Pentakill, Rapid Fire, Sentinel. Like, these are a lot of good buffs to have up and running. It's just a question of getting them to be effective. So here, in this next engagement, he does seem to have the upper hand, though, as the Thieves' Glove. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe not. The Yasuo is... Okay, yeah, the Yasuo will win. Barely, though. He only had his Senna
1
and...
HP.
Who's that other one? That's the Kennen left. Wait, the Kennen has a Rage Blade?
Yeah, he got it from the Kiana.
Interesting. All right, because Kiana gives items. I forgot about that. But yeah, Senna here. I don't know. I feel like maybe having a little bit more around the backline could help. Then again, I'm no expert in TFT, but having a little bit more traction in that backline could help a lot to kind of deal more damage and get past those front lines. But I mean, he does seem to be doing relatively well right now. So as they take out that Rift Herald, wait, this is last season's Rift Herald. It's not the new one. Huh, neat. We'll pick up that golden item. It's not an item. Well, it is an item, but it's an anvil. So, okay, he can go for Deathblade, Hand of Justice, Ionic Spark, Protector's Vow, or Dragon's Claw. Does seem to be hovering the Deathblade a significant amount. Extra damage. No, we'll go for the Hand of Justice instead. Picking up 2 Ares and a Karthus. That Kennen does get upgraded to tier 3. All right, now we're online, boys. Will enable him to get a lot more done now. But, of course, doesn't mean that that's all that will function. Going to sell both the Ares and the Karthus. Going to change his mind, get his economy up a little bit more. So here, let's see how that front line fares. The Senna being stunned instantly. The Lucian, though, does deal a good amount of damage. Actually, a significant amount of damage. Holy smokes. But doesn't seem like it matters. Actually, maybe it does.
No, Riven 3 is just too good, but Yasuo will actually find it over the Riven. There's Nakuteiken looking so strong. Just needs to find those upgrades. Needs it badly on the Viego. There it is. Now just needs Akali and Kiana, and he'll be very strong. Now Lucian pair as well here, and the Akali pair sitting on 3 pairs. Nakuteiken will have at least a couple rounds to get those upgrades. If he gets those upgrades, this will more than surely be a first place finish.
Yeah, if he can get those upgrades, that will get him through the late game here. Pop-Up Prince kind of brought down to third place. Only one opponent under him on 1 HP. So these fights are really close. In the lead right now, who is that? That is
LMT Velocity.
Velocity. Okay, I thought it was said Visibility. I was like, what? It's an odd name, but yeah, Velocity does seem to be a lot more sensible. But here, this fight, yikes. I mean, that's a one-sided massacre.
Yeah, and that's Papa Prince going down in 4th place. If Kierbonk is able to win, and Kierbonk is able to take that one down from LMT Velocity, who's on a win streak, but now Nakuteiken is going to find the Akali too. Just needs one more Lucian, one more Kiana, and he will be the strongest in the lobby by far. But getting those Akali and Viego upgrades alongside that, Yasuo will make this board so strong. Obviously, that Kennen with that item just enables. It's basically a last whisper in the front line. So strong, and just allows Nakuteiken to shred through this front line. I think that item choice in that early game was so crucial to the spot he's gotten into now.
Yeah, changing up his team composition, trying to get people to different places to screw over the placements. But here, the question is, can you take out that tier 3 Riven? I mean, that seems to always be the question, as the Riven deals just so much damage, but the Yasuo is still alive, and yeah, the Riven is gone and forgotten.
Oh, Kira won though. Kira Bonk able to take down Nakuteiken's clone there, and now LMT Velocity is going to be on 1 HP. The Kiana is in rotation there. That could be an upgrade that's so crucial for Nakuten there, and looks like the pickup will come through. Yes, it's a rod, unfortunately, but a 2-star Kiana is never shabby. Nakuteiken gonna take that one, and that might be all she wrote. But we just saw Kira take down the clone, so maybe Kira is just finding the upgrades in the later stages of the game there, making themselves so much stronger.
Yeah, but there is the Kiana tier 3 now, or tier 2 now that is up and running, so that will be a threat that could change the simulation. I guess it's just going to depend on how this one plays out. Here, the... Whoa. Okay, he's really moving them around. He's not sure where he wants to place everything. Because, of course, if you... Depending on where they are, it's going to change what how your team is going to fight here. So, there's going to be a little bit of a struggle, if you will. See this big fight going through those Alawi tentacles, dealing so much damage. It's just AoE everywhere right now, but he does seem to be winning. Maybe? There's a Lucian in the back line dealing a lot of damage. That Kiana left, only one left alive.
Kira won.
Yikes.
And let's see his Velocity. The Riven 3 is actually going to beat Kira's clone now. So all the players stay alive in this, as Tommy Nakuteiken is going to be the only one who takes damage that round. This late game has been absolute insanity. It is the second and final game of TNT, and Nakuten was able to get a 2nd place finish in the last game and looking on pace to do so again this game, as this next fight, either LMT Velocity or Kira Bonk should be getting knocked out.
Yeah, what do you think is the way that he could get himself ahead? Like, would it be like a tier 2 Lucian maybe?
That's the only thing left. And other than the tier 2 Lucian, there's 0 upgrades Nakuten can make to his board. But let's see. It's LMT Velocity and Kira fighting one another, and Nakuteiken gonna be fortunate enough to fight the clone, so he is gonna be able to take this one. I think the Riven is on 1 HP, gets one shot by the Yasuo. Beautiful position from Nakuteiken. He's gonna win that one with ease. Let's see who's gonna be the one going out of this game. Is it gonna be Velocity or Kira? That Riven is doing so much damage, and Ezreal does go down, so it looks like Kira will be going down in 3rd place. This Riven is still full HP alongside the Viego, and they're just shredding through that Yorick alongside the Corki. Kira will will fall in third place. Still a very good finish as 3 of the 4 Saints finish top 4 no matter what in this game. A great showing for the side of the Saints, but it's going to be all up to Nakuteiken to take this first place finish. Can only find the upgrade onto Lucian now. It's going to be one more final scuttle before the final matchup.
Yeah, the Rift Herald going to offer up a few things. Maybe he's going to find the tier 3 Lucian, or the tier 2 Lucian that he was looking for in the scuttle. But Rift Herald is kind of just... how many times is Rift Herald repeated? I think it's like the last objective, so you can't really have more than twice, right? No, does not find a Lucian. We'll be opening up that... that anvil for a Rage Blade, which will go on his Lucian. Here, getting as many rerolls as possible. Gonna pick up a Sona, gonna pick up... Oh, there's a Kiana there.
He only wants Lucian.
Yeah, Lucian is all he needs. Skips over the Jhin, skips over the Alawi. Oh, we'll pick up the Alawi.
Didn't find it.
Just for the extra rerolls, but doesn't find anything.
And Velocity hit a 3-star Yone in that roll down. That's a huge spike, actually, if that Yone has some items on him. And at this point in the game, definitely should have at least a couple items. Yeah, it has the Titanic and the Strikebreaker. Let's see how quickly the Yone can... Yasuo dispatches of that Yone immediately. And Yasuo's in the back line. This Riven is going to be all that she wrote. And the Yasuo just going to one-shot that one as Nakuteiken will get first place in this game. Drops the GG. An amazing day for Nakuteiken with the second place finish in game 1 and first place finish in game 2.
Very good execution there. And as we could see, I mean, the Yasuo did last. It worked. Not not exactly according to what we expected, but it worked. Need a little bit of help later on into the game, but that's kind of just how TFT works, right? You can't always have your early game comp scaling into the late game very, very easily. You gotta add a few friends. But that doesn't really matter right now as we move on to Fortnite here. What is their kill participation looking like? I think just 1 assist on the board? Is that what I'm reading?
Just 1 assist for K1, but Tao could have had a couple as well, because it looks like they got a double kill in this house. They have a lot of loot, they're just healing up, so they definitely just finished the fight, and they came out on top. This is the last and final match of today's game day, so this is all we have left, and let's see how Teo and K1 can come out in this one. First game, we're able to get 4th place with a lot of kill participation. Second game, not so hot, but still cracking that top 10, as I believe they got 6th place. Now for this final game, we're gonna look to make it as far as possible.
Yeah, this time they want to make sure they have as many materials as possible, because last time that is exactly what they ran out of. They needed those materials to keep themselves alive, and just ran out in that later circle, along with, of course, the fact that it was a 1v multiple instead. Just not having a teammate kind of sucked, you know? So having a teammate this time will definitely help. And as we can see here, they're just scouting out the general area, the zone, going to finish coming in, but a gunshot rings out towards the southwest. You need to watch out and see what that does. I think, is that a riot shield on the ground?
I think so.
Huh. Is it like fully bulletproof? Can I just like run at someone and bonk them on the head with it and not take damage from bullets?
I wish I could help you.
That would be kind of fun. But yeah, lots of gunshots here ringing out towards the south. So they seem to be close, moving from southwest to south. Having that happen quickly usually means that they're relatively close. So they're going to have to kind of just chill in the attic here, letting themselves wait out the gunfight. Going to play around that zone. 15 seconds left until the new zone is discovered, and then they're probably going to use those impact grenades or gravity, whatever they're called, grenades to bring themselves to the next zone.
Yeah, and they're just going to be sitting here for a while. They are fortunately going to be in the next zone, so for the next few minutes, I don't think they're going to move a single inch. They're just going to sit here as long as they need to, and why would they move? They don't need to move. They have some good loot on display, but you know, they don't need to do anything. They're just gonna sit here next few minutes. This is what Fortnite's about, really, until it really gets to those final stages. There's not much to do.
Just, yeah, sit still and wait. But here what surprises me is that they're in an attic where all the materials aren't theirs, right? They can't build here, or well, they can't edit. So if they want to get out, Their only way out is through that door or that like broken flooring, right?
Not really.
Well, I mean they can break, right? But
Yeah.
they can't just edit their way out.
Yeah,
right? Because
they
edit
can't
is a
edit.
lot faster than breaking. So what's going to happen here is their only way out is down through there, or they're going to be staring at an opponent. If their opponent is down there, that means that they need to break the roof to then get out. And that's a lot of time, and that's a potential death right there, right?
Also, a really good escape tool is those like impact grenades that just make you fly. You can break, like if they throw it at their feet, they'll be
Oh,
able
yeah,
to
that
just
too.
fly through the door. But you obviously don't want to use it unless absolutely needed. You kind of want to save that towards the later part of the game. And that fish looks pretty juicy, but it's not going to heal him up to full HP, so he's not going to go down to grab that one. And
I don't know. I'd just take it for a snack.
I would take it for a snack too. Like honestly, you're not doing much. You're just sitting here. Might as well have a snack while you're at it. But the zone is gonna start moving in pretty soon, as the location of the Saints has been perfect so far in these 3 games, and they've really just got into the final circle without any real problems.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with battle royales is that it's not really like there's no reason to take a fight, at least on a competitive level, unless absolutely necessary, because survival is worth more, right? So you kind of just have everybody ratting their butts off until the final circle, and then all hell breaks loose, and you've got building everywhere. And I mean, here we can kind of see that happening as the circle does push them. They're going to start moving, start gaining some ground, try and get back into the circle. Probably going to actually take a car here. Car's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
But just one person in the car. Is he going to pick up his friend or not? No, gunshots ringing out towards the northwest. Going to mean that they're going to probably bunker down in this area. Let themselves maybe take a sniper fight? I'm not sure though. There's a possibility.
Yeah, gonna look for that sniper shot and won't find it, but they do get themselves in the zone. Only 21 players remaining, and yet again, Saints getting really close to that top 10 placement. It's gonna be a great job from them today, no matter what the outcome is, but they're gonna be looking to win this game. Would be nice for them to finish on a hot note. We're gonna be looking around the corner, but no enemies inside us. Saints, so all they really need to do again is just wait here until enemies start running in. The zone's gonna start moving in again, and then they have to just make their way as deep as they can.
Yep, making their way as deep as they can as shots ring out towards the west. But they're not really bothered by that. They seem more bothered by the people that are gonna be coming towards them. Don't want to get pincered, right? That's one of the biggest threats in Battle Royales, is if you rotate too quickly, you get pincered by opponents, as we can see here. Towards the east, opponents moving forward, but they need to play this smart because they can't move forward. There are opponents forward, right? So they're basically stuck between a hard place and a hard place where 2 people are running towards them, right? One of them is forced by the zone. The other one is just sitting pretty in their bunker. So here they're kind of forced to take that fight towards the north. Towards the east, sorry. And if they don't, then they're kind of screwed, right? Because that would mean that they're going to get pincered, and if they get pincered, they're screwed.
Yeah. And they're going to be looking for some shots. They're going to get the shield crack and a lot of damage down there. Some rockets flying in, but that sniper shot will just force that opponent right in front of them. Kind of running in recklessly. Let's see if Saints can pick up that kill. The 2v1 right here, and the shotgun will find a down. They're going to get this finish as well. Nice little kill participation. L dance on his head top as they find the finish. Nice start for the Saints here in the late game, and now this duo partner is all on their lonesome. They're gonna just rush through him and pick him up as well. K1 getting the finishing blow with the shotgun. Nice little double kill there for the Saints as they increase their score.
Yeah, and the emotes coming out, core part of the game, but of course here. Okay, why are the coins being thrown down? Does it do something? I'm so confused. I am always confused by how the coins come down. Like, one of them is clearly healing over time on your shield, or shielding over time, but I don't know what the other ones do. Well, one way or the other, the AoE shield or healing here will be popped a little bit. I think it also gives a mobility buff, as the sniper shot will land, but I think it only dealt 60 damage here, probably hitting a limb instead of a body. Ooh, gonna jump down, playing around the terrain, maybe. Ooh. Is he opting for a flank here? No, he's opting for another fight altogether. He wants to go against those guys instead of the guys that... What? He just left and decided to pick a fight with somebody else for no reason. Okay.
He's still in the circle though, which is all that really matters in the end, as they are in the top 16 scenario. At least 5 kill participations, which is actually a lot in Fortnite, I would say, considering these kills only have 50 players to start off with. Let's see, Teo's on 1 HP, but will find the knock onto 1. Let's see if the help comes through here from K1. Should be able to find the finish sometime soon here. There it is, and that's a kill for the Saints. Now they have a 2v1 here. Teo is on 1 HP. Oh my goodness, a great shot from the opponent there. Will force the Saints to back up, but they do have this passive healing, and they do have the numbers advantage, 2-1. Need a bit more health though. They don't have those medkits that to pop. The shields will be good. They have the shields as much as they need, but they need to start making their way over to the zone. If they get hit by the zone once, they are gonna die. There's the knock coming out onto Teo. It's all up to K1. Will be able to make it in alive here, but for how long? Not too much HP. Will look to run in straight at the opponent. That's white. He can keep shooting through that. Could have found the finish maybe in 1 more KP, but now on his own, some 15 players left. This is gonna be a tough scenario to make it out of.
Yep, boxing himself in. Gonna want to get out of there as soon as possible since the ring is moving right now. Gonna box himself in with a chest.
That's good.
Ooh, yeah, fish is really good. That's some healing that he desperately needs. Gonna pick up the bottle. Gonna
eat that. Yum. Those shields.
What kind of fruits are those?
The shield fruits from Fortnite.
They're shield fruits. Okay, cool. They look tasty. Anyways, here, gonna pop a little bit of an emote. I don't know. Is it like a tactical emote? Tactical take the L?
I don't think it's tactical.
Recreational?
just a troll.
We do a little trolling. To be fair, his teammate is down. He does not have the numbers advantage right now. We'll be baiting people into possibly shooting at him, opening up with those edits. Gonna try and get some peeks overhead, see where everybody is, but there doesn't seem to be much of an angle for him as the shots are ringing up in the rafters really high above him. He's gonna use his AoE healing now, just for a little bit though. Maybe just for the jump buff here, as he does seem to have kind of anti-gravity going for him. Gets into the zone, and that's all that really matters now.
Has mats as well. A lot of mats to work with, actually. Will look to stay alive here. Has to double layer those ceilings there above him, and will be able to stay alive. Still inside the zone. 9 players left. Just such a great job from K1 making it in these deep scenarios 1v2. We saw him do it in game 1, now doing it again in game 3. And this is going to be a good placement for the Saints no matter what. At least 8th place. But should be even higher considering it's duos. Let's see how long K1 can stay alive for here. Still in a great spot, not really getting shot at by anybody. He's gonna open up that roof, gonna look for the snipe, does not find the finish. The 1 more bullet, I think, would have done it with that AR. Would have been a massive knockdown on such a crucial player.
Yeah, that could have been victory right there, or at least a big amount of points. Footsteps are ringing out south, north, east, and west. It doesn't matter, they're everywhere. And he just needs a way out of here. Does take a tick of damage from the zone. Will be taking damage from those bullets too as he gets himself within the eye of the storm. And yeah, he is not in an ideal situation. That little... I mean, what is that even called? It's not like a slurp, it's like an explosive juice. But one way or the other, it seems we have a little bit of a technical issue here, maybe?
Yeah, I think the stream might have crashed. But at this exact point, he was top 7 with a lot of kill participation. So no matter what, it was a great placement from K1. And in a game like Fortnite with this long of a break, the game could very well be over. But no matter what, it was a great showing from K1 and Teo.
Yeah, for sure. They're operating very, very well. They have very good team synergy. The biggest point that they kind of just have problems with is getting themselves to that point where they can say, okay, we're both alive and it's a top 10 situation, right? They never seem to be able to get to that point. They always have one person dying and then it's, oh, okay, well, I'm the only one left and it's, you know, top 14, top 15. What do I do now?
Yeah, without a doubt. And, the fact that they were even able to get those points up on the board is very, very crucial to them. I don't think we'll be coming back to that game, with all honesty. If we have a break that long, game's probably over. The circle was literally this
Most
big,
likely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was no matter what, a good placement from our Saints. Was it a first? What is a second? We don't really have any idea as of right
Could be
now.
anything.
But that's going to be the last game of the day. So let's talk about what happened today at 7 p.m. We had St. Clair, Varsity League of Legends, taking on Western Kentucky University, and that was an absolute slaughter from the Saints.
Yeah,
They just,
to say the least,
just won with such ease and were able to take the quick 2-0. Very, very nice game from them. Then at 8 p.m. we had both Fortnite and TFT start up. We were watching Nakuteiken's POV in the TFT. First game, he got second place. Second game, got first place. So, and in that second game, we had 3 Saints finish in the top 4. So a great showing from our Saints today on the side of TFT. And on the side of Fortnite, we saw our duo of K1 and Teo there pick up a 4th place, a 6th place, and definitely a good placement in that last game, alongside some kill participation. So they got a lot of points today. So overall, I'd say a very, very successful game day for the Saints.
yeah, Saints have been doing pretty good for this game day. I think they're in their A game. Strictly speaking, the Saints are on their A game right now. They're winning really, really well. So I think we're just getting the information now. The stream did end, so we won't know how that game ended. But we know it was top 10?
It was top 5 for sure.
Top 5. All right. So we could say a lot of points heading to the Saints there. And I think, does that wrap up the stream for today?
Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. So let's say our thank yous. Thank you to everyone in the back who made this stream possible. There were a lot of people. When there's game days, there's a lot of people in the back making sure everything runs. So without them, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you to our sponsors. We have Tim Hortons, HyperX, Subway, St. Clair Alumni Association, and the St. Clair SRC. But we have a couple more minutes right before we close out. We have social media. Make sure to follow that as well everywhere. But, what was your favorite point from today's game?
Favorite point for today's game? Good question.
Any game.
Okay, it was probably the league game, to be fair. I like the Gragas pick. The Gragas pick was fun. I liked seeing how it played out. The rel was nice. I don't know. I feel like there could have been more tomfoolery with the draft, though. Sometimes you got to get a little bit more creative.
I mean,
the Samira was pretty creative.
We saw Trundle ADC.
Okay, I was talking about the Saints. The Trundle ADC did work. Surprisingly, it worked well. It didn't win them the game, but it worked. It's just, I don't know. I expected more cooking, if you will. The Samira ADC sounded very... it worked. It worked very, very well. The early game was kind of iffy, but into the late games, spin and win. I don't know how that champion functions. But point is, I don't know. I expected maybe a Briar to come out. Briar would have been funny. Champions you really, really just cannot see in pro play or in high elo. Seeing those things come out sometimes, it's refreshing. It's finally something new. The Samira was nice, though.
I mean, it's something. You won't see a Samira for a while, probably. That champ is
sure.
Not very good in the current meta. But I would say my favorite part was probably the second TFT game we watched. The fact that 3 of our Saints were able to make the top 4. That's amazing. If you finish top 4 out of 8 players, just as a 1, it's good. But having 3 in that top 4 is definitely impressive. And Nakuteiken really has upgraded his game here. We saw him play a couple different compositions there, and was just able to get a second, then a first. Really playing the first game, he just full sacked, gave up, lost every single round. So after that, he just continued to sack. Eventually got a good chosen, played around that, got a second. The second game, he played for the full aggressive, tried to win every single round, and that one worked out for him as well. But that's going to be it for us today. Yet again, I'll say a quick thank you to our sponsor. We have Tim Hortons, HyperX, Subway, St. Clair Alumni Association, and the St. Clair SRC. And I've been your host, Theo, known as the Holy Juan. I've been joined by Gabriel. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be seeing you on Saturday at 3 p.m. for some more League of Legends actions.
Ace. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Executed. Aced. Red team double kill. Red team
with 4 cars on the racetrack, and Athena Leclaire is gonna come around to win her first ever race in the college prototype
That was the white
challenge.
flag. That was the white flag. Got
Was
one
that
more
the
lap,
white
ladies
flag?
and
We were
gentlemen.
showing final lap. Oh my goodness. We're showing
So we
final
have
lap. We're gonna
4
get confirmation
drivers.
here. Oh my.
Oh my.
So we have
4
one more
drivers.
lap. The white flag, we were being shown white flag in the booth, but I'm being told we actually have one more lap to go. So that's going to give Athena Leclaire the win this time. The only other cars left on the track are Drew Williams, 1 lap down, Alan Hong, 3 laps down, and Jason Wallet, 4 laps down. There is nobody else left on the racetrack. Yes, I swear to God the race has not ended yet. This is the white flag lap. Athena Leclaire is actually going to try and lap Drew Williams, only about a second behind here. And I believe Drew Williams is still there, so he's going to run second.
There he
Zach
is.
DeWale, I think, is going to finish third regardless of what happens here. And Jason Wallet has somehow made a move up to 5th, just by virtue of not crashing out of the race. So we
Yeah,
come
this-
through the boot. Sorry, you can go, Lucas.
No, this is, I mean, you said it. 4 drivers are going to finish this race. Athena Leclaire coming through the heel right now, turn 8. She only has to survive 3 more corners to win this race. But as we have seen, that might be actually insanely hard to do, surviving 3 corners. I mean, here we go.
We've
You
seen
see that she got a
difficulties
back
from
marker
it.
ahead of her.
She's going so slow. She does not want to risk it. We got 2 turns to go here tonight. Athena Leclaire is going to take it through the final 2 corners of this race with second place Drew Williams in front of her. So here is Athena Leclaire for real this time, coming through the last corner to take the checkered flag. Athena Leclaire is going to win her first ever race in the CIL College Prototype Challenge. She gets it done. We are going to have to wait a whole other lap to see second place cross the line because he was in front of her. Here is Alan Hong, who's going to come around to take a 4th place finish
was
for
off?
tonight. That is Athena. That was Athena who lost it there. Alan Hong will take 4th. Jason Wallet will take 5th. And now we get...
shut down. Red team double kill.